Welcome to our latest video. I'm Bobbi Rowntree, born medium, and this gorgeous lady is.
I'm Sue Delaney from Love Elemental. Thanks for having me on, Bobbi Rowntree.
Oh, you are so welcome to today's Psychic Saturday. Now,
Yay.
Sue, we have chatted before, and I know the people know about you, but do you want to tell them a little bit about you, remind them of your talents and specialities?
I would love to do that. Thank you. Excuse me. I'm a psychic. I'm a trans channel. I'm an intuitive. But trans channeling is sort of my thing. And I connect with a group of non-physical intelligence called the United Souls of Heaven and Earth. And so I'm able to embody them in real time. And then, whoever's sitting with them can speak to them directly. They bring guidance. They also bring energetic transmissions. So it's not just the information, right? It's the energy of the experience.
Yeah, there's a
And I
feeling.
sort of I'm able to step aside and I'm able to let them use my vessel. And I've done it for a really long time, so I feel safe to just relinquish. It's not full control because if there was an emergency, I'd be able to come back. But that's who I am. I've done it for a long time. My journey's been interesting and colorful, and all those things. But this is where I'm at. This is who I am today. That's what I do. And yeah, co-founder of Love Elemental, and our mandate is we do the work we do because of the United Souls of Heaven and Earth. And so our job is to help support the awakening on planet Earth. And so we do that with this benevolent, beautiful, this beautiful collective. So, yeah.
And I don't think I've ever asked you this before. How did you find them?
How did I find them?
Yeah.
I think we found each other. I asked a lot. I mean, I had been training to be a psychic. I don't know how to say it another way. I'd been told I had some psychic gifts. I'd been told these things. I had no connection to that. I believed them before I felt it. And so I started to sort of, pick up books, go to crystal stores, metaphysical shops, all that stuff.
Yep.
And I was, there's a couple of things. I found the journey to be very lonely, and I didn't like that experience. And so my mentor, one of my mentors had some different guides. And so I would call out to those guides, right? So I was given a formula, if you will, that every time I wanted to connect with my guides, do this. It's sort of like, it's called opening your portals, right? So I just became really well versed at opening my portals. And I was doing some automatic writing, so I had a little bit of that experience. I was going along doing that. And one day I was at the beach, actually, and I opened my portals, and I had all of these different guide groups that had kind of come along, I'd heard about, or I had been told they were my guides. And I just started, okay, I'm going to open to you. And it was contrary to what I'd been taught, but I wanted to just give it a shot. And I heard them come through. I heard this voice, and it said, "We are us." And I was like, what? And then I started more automatic writing. And when they signed off, they would sign off lovingly loving us. And so I even was in my, you're learning and you're trying to, do this, you've got mentors and you kind of want to impress them in a way, right? And so, but I was a little bit embarrassed about this us. People were channeling like Archangel Michael and, all of these, you know what I mean? And it was
As
like,
they
well,
do.
I'm the embodiment of the goddesses or whatever.
Yeah.
And I thought it was so fantastic. And I'm like, I don't know. I got this us group. Like, I don't know. Anyways, that was a long time ago, but that eventually evolved. They told me that I would be using my voice one day, and I got to that point of trust. And then it wasn't until years later that I went online and I was like, I wonder, I Googled psychic or spirit guide group, the us. And just like, I was like, I wonder if anybody else has ever,
Yeah.
And lo and behold, I found, yes, there was somebody else. And her name was Judith Only. And the us stood for the United Souls. And then we came to ask them, and it's the United Souls of Heaven and Earth. So it's been an evolution, right? It's been years and years and years. But I think I asked, I probably asked, I wanted support, guidance. I also wanted to, I'd been to a lot of healers and a lot of psychics and a lot of people who I think that they thrived in a hierarchy. And so it was like they're better than
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
And I felt like my journey of becoming more psychic, if you will, because that's I didn't know what I was doing, meant that I had to reach out to people who were better than me, because that's how it was sort of positioned, right? In that
Yep.
in the field, in the industry, or whatever you want to call it, in the community.
So much. We had our gurus. 'Cause we
Right?
came at
The
the same time.
gurus.
Yeah.
And I didn't like that. I didn't like it at all. It didn't resonate with me. It felt disempowering. It was more of the same. It was more of me becoming disempowered. Sorry, I have a cat trying to come in. It was more of me, it was more of me feeling disempowered by something that I thought was supposed to make me feel empowered. And so when I called forth the United Souls, because I think, in essence, that's what was happening. The promise was given to me so long ago, and I had no idea what it meant. But that they said they were going to create an arc. They said an arc as part of an architecture with me. And it was an energetic thing that connected at my base of my neck. And that they were going to strengthen that so that I would be able to hold their frequency, so that one day anybody who wished to sit with them and also do that could do it. So everybody, it was like holding a torch and lighting candles, right? That was the promise.
Yeah. Oh, I like that.
And so I was all over that. I was like, yes, because I didn't want it to be like, well, you have to come to me for the next 100 years for readings. Like, because that, I've been to those people.
Yeah.
And I wanted to, I don't know, I didn't want people to feel alone. I didn't want to feel alone, so I didn't want people to feel alone in the journey of awakening. And I wanted them to have access to the same spirit guide group that I did. I didn't want to be like, well, this is just for me and not for you. So, and the us has proven that, right? They've got this heart packet technology, and through transmission for people who are ready, they offer this link to them. And then with the right training, I've been training for years, right? So with training and the intention to want to do so, people can also channel the United Souls of Heaven and Earth. It's not just Sue, right? So I love that. I love that about it.
That I did not realize.
Yeah.
So when other people channel them, though, because because I've seen them only personified. Well, no. I have heard them through you, but when you speak, I do see stuff. Well, I see.
Yeah.
I told you what I see. I see a great big auditorium and things, and we're all it looks like a big event. It is a big event. I always think though that you are the conduit that allows them the clarity within their voice.
That may well be. I don't know. I don't fully understand the mechanics of it.
No, I don't. Yeah, people, how do you do it? I have no bloody clue.
I don't know. I know that. Yeah, I know that I'm able to I'm definitely able to embody them. There's no question about that. I've met other people that can channel them in very different ways, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. That actually makes perfect sense, because each individual has individual psychic signature, has a different way they see things, a different way they channel, a different way they do everything. So, yeah. And, okay, going right back to your beginning, do you think that within your development, you thought, I feel lonely within it? I think you were always meant to be with the us, and that is why you actually felt lonely when you woke up. when you woke yourself up, you went, wait a minute, where are my friends? Like
Where is
members?
everybody?
Yeah.
You know what? Maybe because it made me look for them, perhaps, right? That did give me that really was an impetus for me to just like, I mean, I just remember just being like, please show me, what is this all about? What am I doing here? Why am I here? It's surely more than, I always say this, life is surely more than trips to Costco. Like, no
Can you
disrespect to
imagine if that's
Costco.
all it was? Oh,
Right? You know what I mean? Like, and I remember life before Costco, but as a metaphor for that
for
rat
life.
racy thing, that life, like
Mhm.
going to get supplies, going to do this. And I just was, I mean, I wasn't interested in just that being all of it. And I think I probably knew on some level there was more, and then started to meet people who said, oh yeah, there's more. Then of course you start to read books and you start to, then
Yeah.
you're starting to see the moreness of life, right?
That's so interesting because we both came at it. I think we're kind of because we're the same age now, aren't we?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so.
Okay. That's so. We both came at it. I came at it to prove I'm sane. That's what I did. And you came at it to prove, like, because the way they show it to me, they were always there. And
Yeah.
you could tell they were there. You knew they were there. You just couldn't. Yeah. Like how I actually. I, I don't know if I should show full disclosure because I will sound crazy. Um, I used to see people talking about me in the corner
Oh,
of
like
this.
real people talking about you?
No, like I would see the characters from The Outsiders. See, I had to have my eyes closed when I said it. Because the way
That's
it works for
fine.
me, they
There's
will take things and they'll show me something that I recognize, and then
course.
they'll that's what this means.
Right,
That's
of
what they do.
course.
So I saw Pony Boy, Soda Pop, Terry, Two Bit, and Johnny all watching me. I know it's so silly, but at that time, I was very enthralled with that show, the books. I
Right?
read all of
Really?
her stuff. So S.E. Hinton is they still teach The Outsiders in high school. What the is going on in the
Do
world?
they really?
They really do. Well, they should be teaching Samantha's Folly in high school. One day they will.
Yeah,
Anyway,
yeah, yeah. I second that. I second that.
thank you. Let's serve me. Okay, because I just find it very, very interesting. Okay, so I agree with you. I do not think. See, this is where I delved into Gnosticism a little bit today, because a whole bunch of stuff is going on in my head. And when I look at Gnosticism and the origins and what they say about the origins of us, that's funny. The
Us? Yeah.
pleroma. Have you looked into Gnosticism at all?
I've
Are you
not.
aware of
No,
it?
I'm not
It
familiar with it. No.
Yeah, it's a little bit of Greece, it's a little bit of this, it's a little bit of that.
Okay.
I used to call it actually early Christianity because that's the way it was first said to me. It's
Okay.
early Christianity before it got all messed up. And within
Okay.
Gnosticism, yeah, okay. Well, okay, it goes to what you were talking about with Costco. So
Right.
within this ideology, there's a pleroma, and it's a world of gods, and they come here to. It's an experimental place. This is a place of learning. This is where we want to learn more about our souls and things like that. And the pleroma is all working together, and they do everything together. And Sophia is part of the pleroma, and Sophia decides to actually escape from the pleroma because she wants to create on her own, and she
Okay.
creates a life. And she calls him Yahweh. And he thinks he's the only God because he has no idea about the pleroma because Sophia left the pleroma to make him.
Right.
And then Yahweh creates a place that is a prison for human beings where they are stuck in the material world and materialism. And they always think that they are actually just material. They think they are part of their bones and their blood. And they think that the material possessions they have actually get them closer to a higher space. It's a complete facade. It's like the land of the lotus eaters.
Mhm.
And when you said that, I was like, oh, I guess I got to talk about that because sometimes with some of these higher concepts that I go into, I get fearful of talking about them to people. First, because I don't like to challenge people's religions.
Fair.
And part of that is because, honestly, part of that is because I've always been told I'm a demon, that I'm bad because of what I can do.
Right.
And I was brought
Okay.
up by atheists and things like I've always had a higher respect for religion.
Right.
But it's belief systems. It's how much strength a human being can put into a belief system to create something. And further to the Gnosticism, Mary Magdalene is the highest of the apostles within this ideology. She is actually revered by Jesus, and men and women are equal.
Yes. Yes.
That's part of my, I love that. That's the only religion I've ever seen that says men and women are equal. And that is something I know is true.
Oh, well, it has to be.
100%. There has to be.
It has to be. I mean, if you look at creation itself, it can't be any other way, right?
Yeah. And they just said to me, masculine and feminine energy is actually how I should be putting it.
Right. Because and so there's always the dance. There's always the dance, right? I mean, always. And one of the frameworks, just to jump into that for a second, one of the frameworks that I studied for a little while was the Michael teachings, and through that there's archetypes. And so we used to, when I was in training, metaphysical training, we literally made these like Bristol board things, and it would have like a chart, if you will, and we would practice with a planchet. And we would look at, one of the things we looked at, we would have a percentage, and we would measure the male to female percentage of each person who came for the reading. It was just part of it. It was fun. And nobody got all twisted out of shape. And when you're doing a reading and you're sitting with somebody, and, for example, my partner, right? Her percentage of male is like 95% or something.
Through the roof.
Right? Yeah. So that makes sense why, when she was, in the earlier part of her life, always mistaken for a man and a male. And instead of that being insulting or incredulous to her, it sort of makes sense, right? Because she's actually physically the embodiment of that kind of energy. So she's going to be drawn to that. She's going to, however that would manifest for her. It takes the judgment and all of that kind of weirdness away, because it becomes fascinating. It's like every one of us is embodying different percentages of the male to female. And sometimes through our life that might shift, right? So
we see that shift actually as people get older.
Right.
They actually get more and more androgynous.
Exactly.
Because to me, androgyny is higher form. 100%. Two-spirited, to me, from what I see and the way it's presented to me, is perfect balance.
I was going to say balance. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's what we're all trying to achieve, for goodness sakes. They come in already achieving that little envy. Yes. But I would like to take that test and see where my percentages are, because I've actually even said to my husband, I think I'm kind of more guy than girl. And he's like, no, you're not. Because he's almost 120% male.
Right.
Like
right.
There's so much male that he actually spews male.
Right. Right.
Yes. If you need a testosterone therapy, you can just have my husband spit on you.
Rub it in.
A little bit of testosterone. Yeah. It's like that. So he doesn't think I have any, but he also doesn't. Yeah. But I think I do in a certain way. Okay, that's kind of funny. My brain, the people in my head just said, because of your aggression, I am aggressive. I have a temper. I actually do that quicker than I do this. And as I'm getting older, I'm getting better. But
so I have a question for you.
Okay.
How has that, because I also have a tendency towards that. I'm a Sag with an Aries moon and a Scorpio rising. So there's a lot going on there, right? So I have a pretty, like a flash pan temper, and I can be like that. So what has your experience been with that particular trait or tendency versus the challenge of light and love and compassion? Because I think this is a really real conversation, because I know that I'm the only one who's like, I'm driving in traffic and I'm, I'm just, I've done some grounding work. I meditated. I'm good. I'm super. And then there's a situation that would pull me out of that, or I'd allow myself to be pulled out of it. Right. So how do you, anyways,
Yeah, how do you get through that flashpoint?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think my children actually taught me. Because you have to learn to not react. Yeah, okay, so what I learned when especially with my second child, because she had such a bad tummy, was she's not crying to keep you up. She's not crying to piss you off. She's crying because she has a need.
Right.
And she doesn't know how to speak yet. Oh, when she started speaking, it made life so much easier. It really did. That particular child, especially. Anyway, so I actually think my children taught me humility and empathy in that way, where
Yeah.
I will, they've taught me that with everyone across the board. Because even if I see a kid, anyone under 18, and I see them, people being mean to them, I get especially about
Well, and
that
that's it, right? Yeah. Yeah.
because of
Yeah.
the development, and they don't mean it like that. They don't know better. You're an adult, things like
Mm-hmm.
that. And so, and now I see people as children. I will see people, and I see them naked. That's that too, but I do. I Now everyone who has been in front of me knows that I've seen them naked in my head because I do. And of course, we get the first comment as I say that, but it's absolutely true. If I see a couple, I see them having sex. I don't know what's wrong
Interesting.
with me. I don't know if I need to see them immediately as they are in a vulnerable position, or I don't, because when they say when you're doing public speaking, you should see everybody in their gaunch.
Absolutely. That's how I was trained.
Yeah. Do you guys say gaunch in Ontario? Or do you say ginch?
I think we say gitch in our gitch.
Gitch. Okie dokie.
Gitch.
Saskatchewan was gaunch. When Manitoba was ginch.
Oh,
Ontario's
yeah.
gitch.
Gitch. You just.
Yeah. In BC, it's underwear. BC has too much to look at. That's what's wrong with BC. Anyway, okie dokie. I'm gonna say hello to a couple of people and then we'll continue. Hello, Pat. Can you see the chat?
I cannot, but while you say hello, I will work on that.
Okie dokie. Yeah, it should be in your right hand side. There's a whole realm of things, but I don't know if it's because I'm the host. I can only see it.
Yeah, no, I see chat here. Okay, I'm in. I see it.
Woohoo! She sees it. Awesome. Okie dokie. So Pamela says, hello. Good afternoon, ladies. Nice to see you both in here. What messages might you have for me today? You choose what you think I need the most. Oh, well done, Pamela. And hello, Linda. Okie dokie. Now, do you want to answer? Because I know Pamela. You would be a fresh perspective.
Well, I'll tell you something. I haven't opened my portals yet. So can we just do that real quick first?
Yeah, let's do that. That's cool.
We'll do that together. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought that might be fun to do together. So this is for anybody who might not have heard, just joined along. So to open portals is just a way to, if I was going to call you, Bobbi, I would dial your number. I wouldn't just pick up the phone and expect you to answer, although you might because you're so psychic.
Just gonna say
you probably would. Okay, bad example. But for most people, we dial the number. So I'm just going to dial the number of my guides in the way that I know how to do it, and we'll do it all together. So we can all dial in to the United Souls of Heaven and Earth. A lot of people will say they have different experiences. If anybody feels inclined, you feel free to close your eyes for a minute, maybe put your hands on your heart and just we'll just do this together. Okay. Dearly beloved, I am presence. Please project and establish a protective pillar of white light, Leoesh, in, through, and around me, and please keep me from anything that is not of the light. I ask that portals be open for the express purpose of establishing the highest rapport between myself and my highest white light guides, including Merlin, Mimi, Michael, Seth, Abraham, Pia, Cryon, Saint Germain, Angela, Orin, Dobbin, Yogananda, Valmus, the Lost Boys and Girls, the Kings and Monarchs, Albert and the Council, the Student Body, and us, the Great White Brotherhood, Archangel Michael, Archangel Metatron, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Uriel, Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Haniel, Archangel Raguel, Archangel Razuel, Ramtha, Rhonda, Dactonal, the benevolent light beings from Romulus, the Syrian Blue White Council, the Marians, the Arcturians, beloved Goddess Athena, Mother Mary, Mary Magdalene, beloved Lady Kuan Yin, Orinoco, Wonderful Lands, Gadzooks, the League of Giant Medicine Men, the Hierarchical Chambers, the Grandmothers, Jesus Christ, Mary and Demetrius, the Psychological Compendium of Master Hilarion, Jeremiah, the Goliath, and the Hathors. I ask that these portals be protected and that I establish the highest rapport between myself and my highest white light guides, including Merlin, Mimi, Michael, Seth, Abraham, Pia, Cryon, Saint Germain, Angela, Orin, Dobbin, Yogananda, Valmus, the Lost Boys and Girls, the Kings and Monarchs, Albert and the Council, the Student Body, and us, the Great White Brotherhood, Archangel Michael, Archangel Metatron, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Uriel, Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Haniel, Archangel Raguel, Archangel Raguel, Ramp, the Rhonda Dactonal, the benevolent light beings from Romulus, the Syrian Blue White Council, the Marians, the Arcturians, beloved Goddess Athena, Mother Mary, Mary Magdalene, beloved Lady Kuan Yin, Orinoco, Wonderful Lands, Gadzooks, the League of Giant Medicine Men, the Hierarchical Chambers, the Grandmothers, Jesus Christ, Mary and Demetrius, the Psychological Compendium of Master Hilarion, Jeremiah, the Goliath, and the Hathors without interruption. I call upon the Elohim of the White Ray to pour forth thy full crystalline from the source. I call upon the Elohim of the White Ray to activate the crystal templates of my body. I call upon the Elohim of the White Ray that I may be fulfilled. I call upon the Elohim of the White Ray to fill me with the light and the love of God. Kodosh, 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 Adonai Titzbaoth, Adonai Titzbaoth, Adonai Titzbaoth. Now, often at this point, I might go into trance, which I'm not going to right now, but that for me is now I'm connected. I know I'm connected. So I can, completely rely on that connection to be, true and accurate. And I'm not going to have, pop-ins or whatever. So that's that. So here we are, all connected to the United Souls of Heaven and Earth.
They actually keep saying aligning your chakras, that's I align my chakras. That's how I hear clearly. So they're showing it.
That's just, yeah.
Yeah. Two different ways of doing the exact same thing.
Right. And it just speaks to how, as unique as our thumbprint, the guides say, is the journey. Our journeys are unique and they're spectacular and we're specialized for our own journey. So the need or the desire to or want to compare while you're on your journey of awakening, and if you're honing your spiritual gifts, the need to compare ourselves to somebody else and how they do it, that's just part of the eradication of the ego, I think, because
I agree.
We don't need to compare. We have our own blueprint, right? We have our own divine blueprint. So
yeah, and I even think they tell me this acknowledgement of the humanness. Yeah, that's how they're putting it. Yeah, because we're still in human form. Yes. Even when someone dies and I'm chatting with them, they're still adhering to their humanness, so to speak. Because they're saying their name is Dodo, and actually that's not their name. Right. Telling me their grandma. Yeah. Even though they all already know that they're this as well.
Right. But they're doing that. That's brilliant, isn't it? They're doing that so that for the understanding.
I actually just heard they dumb themselves down for us. That's what I just heard.
Thank you. We need it.
Okay, I got Pop Pam's question up there, so you can read it yourself as well. Okay. I'll say, good afternoon, ladies. Yeah. Nice to see you both in here. What messages might you have for me today? You choose. What do you think I need the most?
Two things. You need to dance. You need to, and if dancing is physically not something that you can do for comfort, then chair dance, but allow the movement. I saw you dancing in a field, but with a pale yellow dress. But because I think it's symbolizing the flowingness. It was actually more of a skirt than a full dress for it was actually kind of like a dress with it's like a jean jackety kind of thing, but it was flowing. And so I think the point is flowing. The pale yellow, immediately I translated, I felt just self-love, like just love yourself, really. Yeah, love, just like
exact same thing.
Self-love. Just self-love, like just that's where it has to start and end every single day. You'll be amazed at how you can reconstitute the entire tapestry of your experience with the journey of self-love. That's
and it really is the gist of why we're here. We are under that. When it comes to love, we always think that is something outward,
right?
And something that we have to beg for. when actually it's all right here. And when you put it all right here, you actually attract that other one, that human idea.
Right.
Yeah. And she's asking what she needs to do to open. Oh, nope. Sorry. I'm sorry. That's a different Pam. Sorry, Pam.
Oh, I did too. I thought the same thing, actually. So yes.
Oh, okay.
Isn't
So
that
you know what?
interesting?
Maybe Pamela needs a little bit of, because I love the idea, because they actually even show the dancing. I totally get that. I saw the self-love. I saw her cupping her hands on her heart. But I get told to tell people to, and I'm going to say the word right out loud, to masturbate more, especially females, because it is a form of self-love. And I actually believe that orgasms help to move energy. I think they move happiness energy. I think they move psychic energy. I think they can even move like stuff that's all caught in you, that's swelling kind of energy. So I would, if you're not going to dance, Pamela, have a little time with yourself. Sorry, I can't believe I did that with my hand. I'm sorry.
A little,
but you know what your fingers are for. That's it.
a little time out.
Yeah,
you know,
this one's for picking your nose.
Yeah.
Well, if you know, everyone's picking finger fits in their nostrils perfectly.
That's not a coincidence. That's greater than a coincidence.
No. Yeah, you're
right?
supposed to pick your nose.
And your ears too, and it fits in your ears, right?
Fits in your ears. See, I'm against the ears, but I get it.
It's all, we're designed pretty divinely, right?
We're designed to be able to clean ourselves. We actually don't need the Q-tips quite as much.
That's right.
Now, do you have more you would like to say to Pamela? Marching orders.
No, I just really, the journey to self-love, the guides always say, here's what they say. They say, be brave. And if you can't be brave, be patient. And if you can't be patient, be kind. It begins within. It always does. So take that and put it upon yourself. Be brave upon yourself. Be patient with yourself, but be kind, right? And the journey, it starts here. So if that means hands on heart and just appreciating, right? I appreciate this breath. I appreciate my fingers, my hands, my toes. That doesn't seem important or significant or enough in how we're constructed. Everything, it's not enough. That is absolutely enough. That's, if Pam, the other Pam, was wanting to what step do I take to, what's my next step? That's the next step. Hands on heart, appreciation every day. Look into your eyes, look into the light of your eyes, the guides would say, and remember who you are.
Yeah. And I honestly think the movement is moving that idea around. And I think that the yellow you saw was a little bit her power.
Yeah.
That's why it's a little bit pale, because she needs to kind of more of her power in the sunlight.
More sunshine. Yeah.
Yeah. That makes perfect sense. And for me, there were daisies on the dress, but that's just me. I like a good daisy. Okie dokie. Okay. Thank you very much. I hope that helps, Pamela. If it doesn't, come on back. Yell at us. Okie dokie. Now, Linda. How do you see me moving? Oh, hi. Do you see me moving to Alberta or Saskatchewan? I'm just going to say Saskatchewan, even though you said Sask. In the new future. I like that new rather than near, rather than just the new future.
Yeah, I like that.
Thank you. New future. I think you said more than you thought you were going to say there. Right? Do you want to begin?
I just get a bold yes. Like I get an exclamation mark yes. So how do you see? If the question is, am I moving? Yes. Oh, which to where though? I don't know, man. I think Alberta. What do you think?
I see 2 homes. Like if you are moving, if you are I don't know if anyone wants to summer home in Alberta or Saskatchewan. I know you don't want a winter home. I used to live in Saskatchewan. There might be parts of Alberta that are okay in the wintertime. But I actually, I see of 2 minds, of 2 homes, of 2.
It's interesting, right? Because it doesn't feel, I kind of see what you're seeing. It doesn't feel like it's just this is not like a one-hit wonder. So I don't know if it's the connection between the current where it is now to there, or if it's the there to there.
Well, I think a little bit. Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I think it's a little bit where she lives at the moment
Mm.
because it's right there on the thing, so I can actually say it. Bella Coola. It is a place that you think you can leave, but it's like Vancouver Island. Even after you've left, there's this Invisalign that goes from your butthole to that place. I tried to leave
Mm.
Vancouver Island and it's like, I get pulled right back. And I'm not native to Vancouver Island. I am a transplant
Okay.
from Winnipeg.
Right,
But
right.
now that I'm here, I I could try to live somewhere else, but I'm going to get yanked back here for a bit of the time. I'm going to have to come back to reroute here. So that's what that's what I see. Yeah. And actually, I think it has something to do with her partner.
Well, she says, I meant to say near my parents were from Saskatchewan. Do you see her going to her parents in Saskatchewan?
Oh, okay. I actually see her being the parent.
That to me doesn't feel like the power spot is for Bella Coola, Linda. That's not the space. Not to say don't go there, but like I don't feel it feels a bit more constrictive. It doesn't feel as much flowing there. I feel like it's setting the pot of potatoes on the back burner. That's what it feels like.
Yeah, and it's so funny too because visually and geographically, they are the opposite of that. Bella Coola is a valley, and everywhere you look, there's mountains.
Okay.
Saskatchewan, you could watch your dog run away for a whole month.
Of course you can, the flatland.
Yeah, like what God sakes. Yeah, it's vast. And yeah, that's interesting. So I do think that she will have that reaction, but it'll feel like a juxtaposition with what she's in.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Because they're bringing me to my nightmares as a child. I used to have nightmares about being in this big, vast, white space, which is Winnipeg in winter, pretty much. It's a big, vast, white space. And I actually link it to that now that I felt, oh, there's nothing around me. Right. And so now that I'm in BC, I have a cousin who comes from Winnipeg, and she says, I feel so claustrophobic here. And I'm like, I feel cozy. So yeah, it's just a very different, but I got to have the ocean after the outlet. Yeah. It's a weird thing living amongst all these enormous trees and mountains.
Yeah.
It really does. It you don't think it'll affect you. But if you've never seen the sun go down, folks have never seen the sun go down. They know the sun goes down. And they know but it's not like in the prairies where you actually watch the sun sink into the land.
Right.
Which is so beautiful. Watch it come up out of the land, which is not, but you know.
Yeah, it appears that way.
Over the horizon. Anyway, but still, yeah. That's what they're showing. Like that's what you're seeing. And that is something that she might want to, yeah. Because she's a magical lady too. So she is at one with the earth and the world and things like that. Yeah. Yeah. But I understand her need. Because I honestly, I have a personal connection with this woman.
Okay.
Because my husband's from Bella Coola.
Okay.
So I understand her need to do this because I actually think it is parental need. But at the same time, it's a really hard thing to let your kids go, isn't it? You know, you have one. And say, they're having a life, and I had that time, and now I need to have a life too.
Yeah.
That's what? No, what? No. We're going to live together.
What? I don't like that.
I hate that idea. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah. My brain says good luck to you, Lindakins. That's actually
okay.
Sorry. But I boom, 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 boom. That's what I see. Back and forth. And I actually think you might like it that way. Either that or do not give up your root in Bella Coola or something like that. Yeah. Even if you go to Saskatchebush. Saskabush is actually
Saskabush.
Yeah. You know that one, right? From being from Ontario, Saskabush.
Yeah. I mean, Saskatchewan is like, what? People need to it's like, no, you have Northern Ontario and then you
Mhm.
have Alberta.
You skip my province. You skip Wabcanoe.
No,
Well, I'll
I'm
just say that.
sorry.
No, you skip
We
Wab.
love, you know what? I drove through those, both of those provinces actually, and they're beautiful, beautiful provinces.
Manitoba, yeah. Well, the
Yeah.
history in Winnipeg is crazy. Yeah, good, bad, and indifferent, but it's
Good,
yeah.
bad, and indifferent. I'd like to go and do a polar bear voyage
Oh,
up
go
there.
up to Churchill.
Yeah.
Just go
I'd
sit in
love
a house and look out the front window, apparently. Polar bears like walk down the city streets.
I would
My
love
uncle
that.
used to do land claim stuff up there, so he told me about that. He used to have to drive up, take planes up to Churchill all the time. Churchill, Manitoba. Yeah, there's some cool spots in Canada.
There really
I
are.
plan on never living in one of them. Okay. I've done my time. I've done my winter time. That's what I say. Anyway, what do I need to open to take the next step? Okay, now this is so individual because every person watching this could write that to us. And
Yeah.
we would have a different story for each of them.
Yeah, it's true.
There is no blanket. But for Pam individually, I'm going to let you begin and get at her. I mean that in a nice way, Pam.
There's pages that I almost feel like I want to cry. It's like there's an old, the calendars that you used to sit on the desks and you'd like flip the page, like tear the pages off,
Yep.
It's like that,
The
but it's
banquets.
the one with the two metal bars. It's
Oh,
got the two,
okay.
and it's like an older one, and it's there. The desk has got like all these different years of like these like all of these papers, and so I feel like that is all of the old calendars, all of the old stories, all of the old stories, all what filled up all of those calendar pages, that needs to be so completely and absolutely released, like burned, cast, like no more, because it's like a film. It feels like a film, and so I feel like I want to say, like, get at cleaning up. The guides used to tell us, like, I'm sure they've probably said this to so many people, but they said this to me so many times. They would tell me that I was in a season of getting into my broom closet and cleaning it up because there were like, dust bunnies in the corner, and it wasn't literal, but it was like, they were speaking about old stories, old belief systems, old
Mhm.
attachments. And so,
Old feelings
um,
about yourself.
pardon me?
Old feelings about yourself
Exactly.
that are usually set by other people because you're young. Yeah.
Exactly. And we
Yeah.
believe what we don't, we don't have the resources, tools, and abilities. I was taught, this is kind of an interesting, I just feel compelled to share this. I was taught many years ago that if we are, you're going through life and suddenly you have a feeling or a thought and you think to yourself, is this what I would prefer for myself right now? If
Mhm.
the answer is no, this thought isn't your current present right now thought. This thought belongs to a
True.
program that happened when you didn't have the tools, resources, or ability to make the decision for yourself. So if the preference right now is I'd prefer to not feel that way or whatever, you can, I was taught to bring yourself back to center and say infinite love and gratitude, because it was a way of recentering to this now breath, this now
Yeah.
moment, to reclaim and remember that if we wouldn't choose, we wouldn't choose that for ourselves now. So I feel compelled to share that, that it's important as we go through this journey. I've really come to see how important it is to let go truly, like you said, the stories of ourselves, all the narratives, all of it, because we can't necessarily, or not, I shouldn't say that. No, let me back up. It becomes more difficult to open to these other things when we're carrying all of this old stuff. I think
Yeah.
the first step is always more, let's clear out the closet so that we can open up to these more potentials, or right. Does that makes
It
sense.
does.
Yeah.
It absolutely
Yeah.
makes sense. And
Yeah.
it's so interesting because I'll get my impressions and then they'll start linking my impressions to everything you say. It's so funny. Like
I love that.
the desk, I keep seeing this ink blotter on the
Oh, yeah.
desk, and
Yes.
it's an ink blotter. If you don't know what an ink blotter is, it comes from when we used to do ink and you didn't want to wreck your desk. And people
Yeah.
use them. They're still on desks. Well, I don't know if they are now because of computers and things, but
Maybe
it's
not
an
now.
ancient thing that is no longer of use. So to me, that's what they're trying to say too, in the same sort of thing.
Yes.
I wouldn't be surprised if Pam grew up in a stringent religion or religious beliefs that didn't quite jive with her, or she was never really told why.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's set patterns. Yeah,
Yes.
this is just further to what you're saying. This is actually, yeah, because I totally agree. I think she has to release and let go of some things, and there's some set patterns. And of course, I see my way, pranayama, meditation, yoga, my way of doing it. So I see that along with your way. So
Yes.
obviously Pam has her way. But
Yes.
I do keep seeing you, Pam, in my yard. I have a meditation platform my husband built within all these trees. And oh, it's so awesome. I'll send a picture. Actually, I've done a video of myself on that platform doing a meditation. It's so neat because some weird things happen in the video. It's really, really neat. But you have to actually
Oh,
watch the video,
very
not
cool.
meditate. Anyway, I'm seeing you actually rise out of the ashes like a phoenix. That's
Mm.
what I am seeing. And it actually reminds me of a moment in Madagascar where all the animals there singing the song. I forget which song they were singing, and they all actually start to pile on top of each other. And then at the very top is like, and that's actually what I see. Pam coming out of her own skull going, and there's flowers, and it looks like Mardi Gras. It's all colors and all these wonderful things. So I kind of think that there's something inside of Pam that needs to go, and that's her next step, is actually clearing that crown.
Yeah.
Yeah. I am infinite, the crown. I have received new chants or words for my chakras. I've been
You
clearing my
do?
chakras for 30 years, and I just recently received I have to change it. Instead of I have, I feel, I can, I love, I speak, I see, I hear. I'm
Yes.
supposed to say I am safe. I am
Oh, yeah.
connected. I'm powerful. I am love. I am honest. This one, I am vision is actually what comes out. And then I am infinite. That's how it's been personifying in a different way. So yeah, it's a pattern that changed. But my spirit guides have changed it. And once you start to know your spirit guides, when they change things, you just, okay.
Oh, you do. You're just like, okay.
Whatever you said. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, because sometimes it's your higher self and she's up there playing the game. And if
Exactly.
she says, no, I rolled a 3, go 3 places. We are
That's right.
playing the game.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, because if you don't, it doesn't stop, right? It's like,
It doesn't stop. You can
have you
still
done,
hear
are
her
you,
going,
have you
move
done
3
it? Read it.
spaces. That's exactly it. And from what I'm seeing, I think Pam has already done a ton of work. I think it's actually getting to the point where she has to go, okay, maybe there's something special. Because we are taught, like you said at the beginning, that people who are psychic are not everyone. Or to say you're psychic sounds arrogant. Things
Yes.
like that. It's so
Yes.
crazy.
Yes.
Everybody is psychic.
Yes.
Every fucking buddy is. Oh, I swore. I'm so sorry. Everybody is psychic. Everybody has the ability. Everybody knows their intuition. And everybody's got something they think they know. Now, you know what they showed me? They showed me people who follow sports teams and know that they have to wear particular socks for their team to win. And when they don't wear those socks, their team doesn't win. They're telling me that's psychic abilities.
And you know what? Nobody questions that, for the record. They don't question that. They don't question that you have to, like, shave your face a certain way before the game, or else, those are all.
Well, who knows if the players can actually feel the fan connection, but don't realize that's what they're feeling. Like, I'm euphoric just before this game. I'm sure they've never said I'm euphoric just before this game. Sorry.
You never know.
You never know. We have a PWHL. Let's say it in the PWHL, quite possibly. Yeah. But yeah, I actually think they can feel us. They can feel our energy, because you could feel the difference during COVID when there were no fans in the stadium. You could see the difference in the way the players played.
That's true. That's
They all
very
looked
true.
like they were at practice. They all looked lonely. Yeah.
Yeah. Lonely.
Lonely. Oh, COVID. Quiet time. Yeah.
The time of great pause. That's what the guide said when it first happened.
Yes. I'm probably one of the only people in the world who misses it. I miss it.
You know what? You're probably not. I mean, for a lot of us, it fit more naturally into our rhythm, right? Like the fact that when COVID first hit, I found that the expectations of society lessened. I mean, there was new expectations that were, but the overall like focus of like, we're all busy doing this now and all of this, this and this and this and that, and you have to do this and this and forms and just life. Yeah. I found everybody got a little bit more relaxed, and that was much more consistent with my natural rhythm. So that part of it, I felt much more relaxed about. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. I like well, okay. Self-serving. It kept 2 of my kids that would have been in university home for a full year. So
yeah, I know. I got to experience a little bit of that too.
I like having everyone I love locked in one spot.
Right. You have them all close at hand.
Yes. Oh, because if I had my way, I swear my kids are actually putting out there, don't let my mother win the lottery, because I will buy a commune and I will move their butts on there and I will knock them out. I won't do that.
We're all going to live here and be happy.
Yes. Mommy's buying an island and everybody's moving to it. Yeah.
I know. That's
See, that's the whole, you got to get your own life when your kids grow up thing. Yeah,
you do. It's tough and it's hard. We talk about, Bobbi and I have talked a lot about all that comes along with being a woman at this point in life, menopause, all these different things, physical, mental, emotional. And then there's a part of the story where our kids move along, right? And that's a real thing. And I don't think that I remember calling people and being like, is it normal that I just can't seem to stop crying? Like, and nothing had even really happened yet. It was the anticipation of my son moving out on his own.
Because it's something you're losing. Because when that baby is born, there's nothing more engulfing than being a parent. It is just so wonderful. And that person is so wonderful. And you put everything into them and you make them wonderful. And they say, yeah, thanks. See ya, bitch. Bye. Sort of.
See ya.
See ya. Thank you for doing such a great job. Then I feel so confident that I'm going to move across the world, or I'm going to do this. And it's like, did I make you more insecure? Why didn't I mess with your brain so that you're in my basement now or something like that? Right? But no, raised them right and lost them.
Yeah,
that does sound much worse than but no, you miss it, and then you have to figure out. When my kids left home, I felt like I was in my 20s again, and I cried. Oh my God, I cried hysterically. I would cry, why don't I live with this anymore?
Right?
Now they're all in different towns. And that's why Mommy's buying a camper. Well, I've warned them. I'm buying a camper. I'm going to be in your driveway. But I've got 3, so I can just constantly cycle.
You can move. We can move around.
You can move around.
No, I think it's a bit of a rite of passage for women as well. And and maybe it is for fathers. I cannot speak to that experience. So for any fathers who are, I'm not dismissing that. I just don't know that. I know the mother part of, I know that experience. But it is a rite of passage for us. And I believe that it's important, really important, to continue to create once our children move on, right? Because I think that's where a lot of women start to get all kinds of maybe physical kind of breakdown starts to happen, because no longer are we in that creation phase, but yet we're still creative beings, right? The guides say it all the time.
I agree.
We're in the experience of life is a creative experience. So Yeah, that was something that I had to learn and really embrace, that was to
Yeah.
continue to create.
Well, being a mother is an identity.
It is.
And it's a revered identity in our society.
Yeah.
Mother's Day is the most celebrated holiday. Father's Day, it happens in June sometime. Like, that's the way it is. It's just so weird how we do that. Like, we
Yeah.
really put the mummy on the pedestal a
Yes.
lot.
Yes.
So, and I think that when you are the mummy and you try to be the best mummy you can, you get the Mummy's Day cards and blah, blah, blah. And this is the wonderful thing you're doing. And then all of a sudden, they don't need you like that anymore. Maybe they're mummies now, and Mummy's Day isn't even a thing for you anymore.
That's right.
It's their day now. Then, yeah, you lose that whole, because I actually think as a society, as a people, we forget that's an outward thing.
Yes, it
That
is.
your identity as a person is, because you really, yeah, because you don't have to be someone's mom to affect them in a positive manner.
Right.
You just have to be another human being that's right there. And your individual, what you put out there, is so important. Yeah. And well, I think that's why so many people think they've lost something, because they didn't do the mom thing, or they didn't do this thing. Because we have everything all built in this weird way that if you haven't done that, what's wrong with you? We're way better now. It was much worse when you and I were growing up.
Oh, it was much worse. That construct,
if you're a woman without a man, why don't you have a man? Is there a reason you don't have a man? Do men not like you? And blah, blah, blah. And then if you don't have a man, then it's like you need an identifier.
Yes.
It's really strange. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's that's funny. I think that's why we have such a now more and more and more and more of differentiation within relationships and people and so we're not falling under categories.
Yeah, everybody's trying to move out of that. They're trying. You can see people don't want to be in those tight frameworks anymore.
Yeah. Can we enlighten if we are in a category?
Right.
Because then we're in a parameter. Then we're in a fake idea of ourselves.
Absolutely.
Sorry, that just keeps on going. Oh my gosh.
No, it's true. And the guides, United Souls, say all of the time, right? Who are you beyond the, I'm a mother, I'm a brother, I'm a father, I'm a sister, I'm a minder, I'm a keeper, I'm a friend. Who am I beyond those things?
Yeah, who am I to me?
Who am I beyond my emotions? Am I my emotions? Well, no, I'm not my emotions. Am I my thoughts? Well, no, I'm not my thoughts. I'm more than that. So then what am I? I'm more than a mother. I'm more than and some of the hardest days of my experience so far on this planet were the days that I had I was in the crazy storms of life, and I had to bring myself back to that center place of breath, of becoming more than the physical, more than the attachment to roles and responsibilities or whatever. And I did that through meditation. That's where I could find that space, right? That's where I
hold it in.
Yeah, bring it in. And I got to the point where I could see okay, I'm the partner, I'm the mother, I'm the this, I'm the that. And there was a space between me and them, me and those me's. And that's where I really started to find myself.
Yeah, that's where I exist. Oh my God, that's everything, everywhere, all at once. And it is this question, which is the next question. Isn't that wild?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. My son for Easter, he couldn't come to Easter dinner, so he came the night before, he and his girlfriend, because she is his wife, they live together. Anyway, we watched Everything Everywhere All at Once. And you have to, I gotta watch it again. This is a movie you have to watch several times to actually get all of it, but it's that same sort of idea. Who am I in relation to this? And that's what Mary Ellen, we know what Mary Ellen should be doing. I'm all over the place these days. What should I be doing? Centering. Should be meditating. And if you can't meditate, knit. And if you can't knit, sit and stare at one rock. Or count. I love counting. Counting works for my brain because my brain is everything everywhere all at once. I actually call it the 3-ring circus. So if I count, and I count when I pour, I count when I meditate, I count when I do everything. 1, 2, 3. If you come to my place for a meditation or psychic development and you get real sick, I don't know. I assume you'll get sick of hearing me count. Because that's what I teach them. I teach through counting a little bit too.
Brilliant.
Because it brings you to that one space.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, and they want me to say I learned her from Sesame Street, but I don't think I did. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think that, yeah, it's just whether it's, like grounding. I'm a huge fan of grounding. Yeah. I don't know wherever you are. It's mostly nice. I mean, it's not nice right now in Southern Ontario, but it's mostly nice. It's not snowy now to go and ground, but center. And because all of that noise, all of the busyness, all of the attention to all of the stuff and not knowing, I don't know about you, Bobbi, but to me, when I get all over the place, it can easily move me into a space of kind of confusion. I can get confused.
Frustrated.
And I know that confusion for me is a weakening state. If we talk about, you can either go in the positive strengthening or negative weakening. You only are going one way or the other. That confusion to me is a space of where I'm lacking coherence. So, grounding, center, meditation, reconnecting, like the things you're saying. Those are all the things I do when I'm all over the place.
Yeah. And I kind of think that Mary Ellen might be all over the place because she's being spoken to by many different factions at the moment. There are many people vying for your attention. Some are good, some are not, because not every voice we hear is terrific. They're, in my opinion, the Archon can get in there, and I think they belong here, reside here. Anyway, I think they can say nasty things about you to you that have truths to them. And then you can spiral here, spiral there, spiral here. But I kind of think that you've done some work and you've gotten to a certain point, and now you don't realize what you've done. That's how I'm supposed to put it. I'm actually seeing your head like a bowling ball, little holes all in it, rather than one hole that's like this. It's like over here, over here, over here, over here. So you might want to cohesion your make it you. Make it completely the Mary Ellen way. And that's how you will start to know them, because they are speaking to you in completely the Mary Ellen way. The only person that's not on board is you. The last person to know is the enlightened one, it seems. Yeah. And you, speaking of enlightenment, we are going through a massive flux right now. It's all over. I read some people who are from the island, and then I read someone who was from Maryland. Maryland, or is she in Arizona now? No, she's in Arizona now. Anyway, and she was feeling it in Arizona. I said, wow, I can feel it with you in Arizona. That's wild and crazy. It's like it's a North American, but it's a worldwide. It's all over the place. Yeah. We had this 6 years ago. We're having it again. Oh, yeah. They want me to say 7. They want me to put it in the same pattern as the shedding of our skin, because we shed our skin every 7 years. We're all a bunch of snakes, cute little snakes. Now I am going to go through and say hello to people, because we haven't done that.
Let's do that.
Okie dokie. So we said hello to Linda. We said hello to Pam. Oh, Linda again. Oh, it's a lot of Linda. Hi, Linda. Oh, there's this lady called Laura Lee here. Hello, Laura Lee.
Hello, Laura Lee.
I think paired means they're coming from mine and yours. I'm not sure what the paired means. I've never seen that before, so pretty darn sure that's what it means. And hello, Pamela. Okie dokie. And hello. Now, I'm going to say your name, because your name looks very familiar to me, so I probably actually already know the pronunciation of your name, but it is spelled just like a girl I went to high school with, and her name was Corin, not Corrine. Everyone would call her Corrine, and we'd say, no, corn, like corn. And so we started calling her corn nuts, is actually what I started calling her, because we'd have to say, no, like corn, like corn. Corn. So, yeah, and it's actually Corin, but it just to get them to corn got the, and then you can get the in. But if you try to get them from Corrine to corn, it just doesn't. It's like Kristen and Kirsten.
Right. Yeah.
Tanya and Tanya. I mean, these are names meant to embarrass you. That's what it is.
That's what it is.
You're going to mispronounce that person's name at least once when you know them. You're going to call them that name. Curran. Thank you. Excellent. Phonetic spelling. Curran.
Thank you for the phonetics. Thank you.
Yeah, I'll do it for the next million of Bobbi. Yeah. My name's so boring. I wish it was cooler. Anyway, yeah. I have name envy. I don't
You have
I
a
don't
great
know if that
name. You have a
Oh, thank
great name.
you.
I
Well,
love your
I'm glad
name.
you like it. You know what I did when I was a little kid? I tried to
Corey.
change my
Okay.
name to Sam.
From
Yeah,
Bobby to Sam.
because I wanted a boy's name. That's why my main character is Sam and Samantha's Polly.
Okay.
But I wanted a boy's name. Do this. I know. I like to make fun of younger me now. She's
Yeah.
okay with it. She's tough, younger me. Yeah. 8-year-old me. Or the 8-year-old me. Anyway. Okay, so Linda is calling us again. Calling us again. Bobbi, you're funny. Okay. Sorry, sometimes my inner voice is out loud. Oh, never mind, sirs. We're set. Okay, yeah, thank you. Not to say never returns. This is you knew this. Okie dokie. Thank you, Kamala. Okie dokie. I'm Pam again. Do the guides feel I am on the right path for a potential business opportunity? Maybe why? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Do you want to go first?
You go ahead.
Okie dokie. Yes and no is actually how I'm hearing it. It might not be. I actually see a fork in the road, and a road you think that you should be taking based on sensories. It might be all the things around you. It might even be what is logical. But then there might be a business you don't realize exists. Yeah, that's really weird. This is a weird example. The example is I one time looked into becoming a franchisee for the Gap. I wanted to open a Gap. This is before the Gap was in Nanaimo. It was a long time ago. And I looked into it. I even spoke to the Gap. And the Gap did not franchise at the time. So I looked at other companies. But they're showing me my wanting to. And yeah, that's funny. Because I wanted to be in business. And I knew I wanted to be in business. And I like clothes. I wear them. But I didn't realize that this was the business I was supposed to be in. I was supposed to be a yogi. I was supposed to be a medium. I was supposed to have a spiritual business to help people. So there's something like that. I knew I could do it. I just didn't know how I was supposed to do it. So,
yeah, it's like, is this the Pam who we're cleaning out the closet? We're cleaning out the closets with Pam, right? Is this the right Pam?
Sure. No, this Pam, this Pam.
Because the reason I'm asking, it feels like there's, much like you're saying, Bobbi, if the business, okay, if you were to say, go for the business opportunity like tomorrow, that is not, there needs to be a little bit more coherence come about here before there's full alignment to the business that you want to actually line up with. So much like your Gap story, you were at a vibrational space to, like you were vibrationally wanting to connect with the Gap, whether it happened or not. But the point is that it didn't connect fully because that wasn't the vibrational match, right? And so there's an incongruency here that I feel like has something. I know I keep talking in terms of vibration. That's how the guides talk to me. That's how they show it to me.
Yeah.
And I want to say that if you look at, so the guides talk about the vibration of love, and I'm not talking romantic love, as the vibration of creation itself. And so how do we move into the vibration of love? Well, we start by loving ourselves, right? And that's hard for people, really hard for a lot of us, myself included. It took a long time. But like United Souls, because I've heard them say this like tens of thousands of times, they'll say things like, look into the light of your own eyes, look at who you are, do this every day. They'll give, they'll say to people, do it every day for 15 days or 20 days or whatever. Because when you start to look into your eyes and you start to speak favor upon you and you start to love yourself, you literally within like 72 hours change your vibration, and that changes the construct of the reality that looks back upon you. It literally, the fabric of reality changes. So I feel like I want to say, you need to start to see who you are, because I don't feel like you're fully seeing who you are. And until you see who you are, no matter what business you start, nobody's going to fully see you, and they're not going to fully see your business.
Totally agree. I totally agree. And I think that's why they use that example. Because if I'd gone into being an owner of the Gap, oh my God, I'd probably be on medication right now. I know I'd be on medication right now because I wouldn't have explored me, because I didn't know I could do this at that point.
Right.
I thought I was slightly insane at that point because I was around 24. I didn't open up and actually get to know myself until I was 27. So, and actually admit and all those sorts of things. So yeah, I completely agree. I think there's something like that with Pam. I think there's a skill or something that she brings to us as a society that she hasn't figured out yet, or that she keeps denying about herself.
Right.
That was an extra shot in her head from them.
That was just a little jab.
Yeah, that
was a little love jab. That was a love jab.
Well, because sometimes, yeah, I think you're absolutely right. We're not taught. We are taught that to be self-centered and to go into and say I love me and all that sort of, that's narcissistic. That's wrong. You're not supposed to want that. You're not supposed to do that. God doesn't want that. That's not true. You want your children to love themselves. Period. So if we're all God's children, then that's what God wants for us. So yeah, I completely agree. And when you don't know have that self-love, you forget, you don't notice things about yourself.
No.
You miss those wonderful little nuances that make you you.
And until you see it, the guide said, and I've got it up in the front in my kitchen, and it says, nobody can see you until you see yourself. And that on the surface is like, okay, but really see yourself. So like the 27-year-old or the 25-year-old Bobbi would never have seen the you now, right? You were looking at different, me too, right? So you've had to see yourself in order for, now I can see you as Bobbi Rowntree in this, you've got, you're acclaimed, and you know what I mean? Like but you now see yourself as that. And that would have been a heck of a journey to get to that point, right? So that's the journey. That's really the journey.
And I tell you, 25-year-old me would look at 54-year-old me and go, what? We have never changed our hair? What the? Since I was 13.
You've got great hair, so I wouldn't change it either. I can't imagine with you like short. I just can't.
My mom used to cut our hair off. I had an aunt who was a hairdresser, and every time she visited, my mom would make her cut our hair up here because my mom didn't like to have to deal with our hair.
Of course.
So my sisters and I all have long hair. My middle sister has finally actually cut hers to here. But we all have long hair. It's protest. That's what it is. I have to put this one up here for you. You need to see that.
Thanks. Thank you. Good girl.
Okay. All right. Now, Linda would like to know if the spirit guides have any messages for her. I love how you always triple thank you, Linda.
Triple thank you. Yeah, they do. Do you want me to let them talk?
Yes,
do you want me to let the us talk?
Yeah, she's gonna do the us. Everybody, slow down.
Okay, I just got to put my chair down because my feet have to be flat on the ground. Okay. I keep thinking I'm sorry, everybody's like, what's she going to say? And I'm going to say something silly here, but Bella Coola, one of my kitties is Bella. Her name's Bella. And I walk around calling her Bella Coola all the time.
Oh, that's funny. Because Bella.
When I see Bella Coola, I'm like, Bella Coola Linda. Okay.
Because there's Bella and Bella Coola. And they're both.
Oh, is there? Oh, yeah. Bella and Bella Coola. Why is there Bella Coola? I've got it just this one place.
Don't say that to either one of them.
We are here. We are here. We are here. We are here. Beloved friends of us, good day. Good day on to each and good day on to all. To those who are here right now, and those who will come and they will view and visit and they will say, well, I am here right now. We say good day on to all. It matters not where you are across time and space. Let us tell you this. It matters not where you are across time and space. Right here and right now, this breath, this is your point of power, old friend. All of you. This is your point of power. This here, now, breath moment is your creative point of power. It does not exist in the yesterdays, and it does not exist in the tomorrows. It exists right here, right now. And so we are going to invite you, dear-hearted friend of us, to reclaim and regain your own point of power. And it is our promise to you. And for those who have heard our calls, our songs, and our messages of love, you will know that we do not make promises that we do not intend to keep. But we want you to know, old friend, that you in this now present breath moment, you can, if it be your will, you can reclaim and you can regain all of the footing that sometimes you feel like you might lose under you. You can regain your own sovereignty, friend. Each now breath moment, you reclaim and you regain your I amness. You return to this point of creative power. And more and more and more, if you will breathe this breath of you with the appreciation of the breath of you, you will begin to create a constitutional feedback loop of love onto and upon you. And with that, expansion will go and grow, and you will begin to realize the magnanimousness of you. You are not here by accident, and you are not here by mistake. You are here by divine ordinance, you see. And if you could see the you that we can see you to be, well, you would say to us, aha, I am this glory story of me. And so if you want to hit this love song of us upon you, put it on repeat if you need to. But remember, old friend, the only one who knows the song of you is you. Do not allow the others to insist that you only harmonize with them. Find your soul song, sister. Indeed. I'm back. I'm coming back. I'm here.
So I actually even think they told her a version somewhat of what we told her, but they went, as they do. Do you have memories of what they said?
I have no memory of what they said ever.
Oh, okay.
I don't have memories. Sometimes I come out of trance and I'll have a feeling. Yeah. So sometimes I'll come out and I'll have like tears coming down my cheeks, and I have more often than not, I have it right now. It's a feeling of overwhelming love.
Yeah, euphoria is what I got in my head.
It's just, yeah.
Well, they are that. When they come in, I don't know if anyone knows, I smile. I start to smile when they come in, because it's almost like, It's like Mickey Mouse entered the room. Okay, let's go with Mickey Mouse. I like Mickey Mouse.
I like Mickey Mouse. I'm
Mickey
okay with
himself is purity. Got some
yeah.
questions about Walt now, but still.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like hard to choose Nazi sympathizers. So yeah.
That's
That's
fair
the
when
reason I can't wear Chanel number 5 now. I've even had to try to give myself, it doesn't matter. No, it matters. It does. It really makes a difference. So yeah. Anywho, yeah, you pretty much you told her to look at her and to see who she is and not even worry about what other people think she is or who is saying this and who is saying that and follow what she needs and what she wants because it actually might speak a little bit to the movement as well and the idea of the movement. Because where you are, there is such a need for a retreat, a spiritual retreat. And if you build it, I will come. Sorry, I just put it all in Linda's lap. But yeah. But
I don't know what we're talking about, but Linda, I'll come too. I'll come too. I'll come
too if you build it, Linda. Anyway. And she comes with a lot of folks.
Yeah, standing room only.
Standing room only. It's like a coliseum. Okie dokie. Yeah, all we got from Laura Lee was a hello. So I'm just putting that out to Laura Lee right now. Oh, that's so funny. There's the thing from Laura Lee at the very bottom.
I was like, there it is.
Almost like I'm psychic. Okay. So Pamela, anyone on the other side have anything they would like to say to me? You do the other side? Do you?
Me?
Yeah. Do you chat with deads? Chat with deads.
Not so much. I mean, if they come, I have. Mm-hmm. I have. Of course, I don't remember. I've brought. I have to be reminded by Heidi of Love Elemental that, and I can hear in my head right now, she'll say, Sue, you've done it many times. I, of course, don't remember, and I don't always go back and listen to the recordings. I know I've happened a few times, but they always come escorted by the United Souls.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I would think that. Yeah, because they would, I would think, because that's actually what I was going to say to you. I would think that the United Souls would have to go, okie dokie, we will open up and allow you in. And I would also think that if the United Souls see a dead person, they're like, okay, is it important?
I think so.
And then they would allow that dead person to come in because with dealing with people on the other side so much, I actually see them there on the other side. If there is a hierarchy on the other side, which there's really not, it's an experience thing, they are at the bottom of it.
Yeah.
So that's why I would see the United Souls as being very much at the top of it. So it just, it'd be like a child going in to a board meeting at a bank and saying, could I just talk about nickels for a second?
Yeah, I can kind of see that. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
So that's the way I'd see that.
Yeah. And to be perfectly transparent, as I was learning myself and learning metaphysics and channeling and all of that years ago, I was adamant that I did not want to talk to dead people. I was like, no way, no how, because it frightened me. Because I'd only ever knew about it from Hollywood, right? I had no frame of reference. I had no context to put it in. Yeah. So as I've evolved and, I've had the opportunity to meet amazing people like yourself and just to be immersed in it and talk to the guides and stuff, it doesn't frighten me anymore. I used to also be very afraid of dying.
That was going to be what I was about to say, actually. You fear death.
Yeah, I was very, 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 very afraid of dying. I don't hold that fear. I'm not ready, but it doesn't immobilize me like it used to. So that whole piece of like dead people and dying and stuff, that's very much not an active part.
That's that's super interesting to me because I've just been with them my entire life, all my life that people have spoken to me. It's like I have never had an existence without them.
Incredible.
I can't imagine. Okay, I'm almost got teary because that's my biggest fear. It's not hearing anymore. Honestly, my brain just said being like everybody else, but to be like everybody else would just be, I don't have my hole. I see myself as having a hole in my head right there,
Yeah.
and the dead can see it, and they
Yeah.
know me.
Yeah.
They see me before I see them. Let's put it that way. Yeah, because I think dead people move people to make appointments, because the dead person talked to me, not the person, not the living person.
You know
Things
what?
like
That
that.
makes perfect sense because I've had the us go into people's dreams to make appointments.
Ah, yeah. Okay, that makes sense because you're going to their subconscious.
Yeah.
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 And with you, Pamela, I keep seeing mom, and I don't know if your mom's on the other side. And if it's not that your mom's on the other side, it's the person who's related to you. She is related to you through your mom, because she's not. And actually, I see two women. So I was about to say your mom's mom, but yeah, I don't know if your mom's on the other side, but I see two women, and one's mom's and one's mom's mom. You forget they're there. You forget they're talking to you. You walk through them in your house. You're so worried. You feel alone. And there they are yelling at you. We're right here. We're right in front of you. You have a few people. There's a young man as well. Acknowledge the little things they do. Tilting pictures. Smells big time, smells like smells that don't make any darn sense, like who's cooking? No one's cooking. What the heck's that smell? That I'm seeing with my grandmother. When my grandmother comes around, it's almost always only when my mother is around here. I expect my grandmother on May 6th, actually. I'll smell Avon, because she was an Avon lady and had an Avon room. You have not lived till you've been in an Avon room, I tell you that right now. It's wild.
Lord love a duck.
Oh, all those statues and the perfumes and yeah. Now your grandma had an Avon room. Nanny, that was her name. Anyway, I see that, I smell her, and then I know she's around. And I honestly think she doesn't come around other times because she doesn't feel I need her. I know she knows her girls need her, because there are women in their 70s who were brought up in a different time. Anywho, so I keep seeing you walking down your hall, going to, like, you're going to bed and being all in your feels, is actually how I'm hearing it. You may be in your feels and saying something like nobody loves you or something like that, and they are up in arms about that. Very, very much up in arms. I kind of think you might need to remind yourself about those people that are growing right now. I think they're grandchildren. And just love up on all over them. Actually, just fire blanket on them. Get a whole suck in their beautiful child energy. I tell you, if you're down in the dumps, go spend some time at a preschool. Well, don't. You'll probably get arrested. But you used to run a preschool, woman. That's right. Suck up that little child energy. And if you have any that you can borrow or steal from someone for a day and go see a movie or something like that, you actually might want to do that. You might want to whoosh yourself into that and say, I'm going to be a child for a day. I'm going to find ice cream fun. I'm going to look at butterflies and think, should I chase that? Yeah, maybe I will. Things like that. Maybe don't chase. Sue, sorry, I just saw the butterfly going, why is the giant after me? Sorry. It's the reason I don't hit bugs. I guide them because I never know if that's a fairy.
Well, you never know who they are. You never know. You never know.
You never know. And they're a very, very, very essential part of our ecosystem.
Yes.
Yeah. Bees and bugs. Please allow the bees. Yeah.
Spiders. All the spiders get escorted out of the house.
Spiders are very protective.
Yes.
Very, very, very protective. Actually, my first spell I did with spider webs. My first spell ever. Yeah. I used, I blessed water and I took spider webs and I got them from all over the house and I put them in the water. And then you pour the water all around your house and visualize a spider on the top of your roof, creating a web that protects your house. My husband at the time and I were going to Winnipeg. We're going to England for 2 weeks. And I was nervous about the house. So I put a protection spell all over the house.
Okay.
Yeah. That's
beautiful.
For spiders. Yeah. So I still like spiders. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't like them crawling on me, but I do honor I love, their.
Yeah, and I actually think they coagulate in magical places. I have to get them out of my yoga studio all the time. And then I say to them, I have said outside the studio. And they said, I'm so sorry. I am wrecking your bungalow. But
I just have to say for Pamela, before I forget, they keep showing me, and I'm just going to say it. They keep showing me, I think it's you. This is what I'm not certain about. I think it's you, but one of those, it's a tall mirror. It's a full body mirror, but it's one of the wooden ones that's on its own pedestal, like a pedestal. I think it's called a pedestal mirror.
Yeah.
Anyways, and because it tilts, and I see you looking at yourself, and again, there's a dress, but there's a feeling of having fun with it, like you know, trying on some new outfits and putting some new things together and freshening things up a little bit and throwing some color into the mix. And like I'm just gonna say it, they're literally showing me like Birkenstocks and a long frilly skirt. Like, do you know what I mean? It's like putting
island wear.
Is that what that is?
Oh yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah. Birkenstocks in the summer, Blundstones in the winter. Anyone?
Oh, okay.
Wrong.
Wait a second. Did I say Birkenstocks? I didn't mean Birkenstocks. I meant oh my God, what are they called? The boots. Doc Martens. That's what I meant. Oh. Doc Martens. Like Doc Martens with a frilly skirt. The point is that it's, you know, it's taking an afternoon and admiring yourself and starting to love yourself and looking at yourself in a different way and being like, that's kind of fun. There's a stale, outdated perspective that needs to have some flavor and fun and color and vibrancy, and it doesn't need to cost $1 million. It's just like, pull out what you've got and have some fun.
Yeah, you know what? When you say Doc Martens too, it takes me back to when we were teenagers, because that's when they came in.
Yeah, yes, that's right.
We were wearing them, and then the skinheads ruined them.
That's right.
And that's why people stopped wearing them, actually, is because of the skinheads.
But now it's back.
Yeah. But yeah, that was the punk. Like, if you could get yourself Docs, they were so expensive, and you couldn't get them in Kamloops where I lived and things like that. So yeah, Vancouver to get them. So that could be that she used to wear Doc Martens.
Maybe. And don't you think there was a bit of an edge? There was a bit of an edge. There was a bit of a like rebelliousness too.
Yeah. You would expect safety pins on her jacket if she was wearing Doc Martens.
Yeah,
possibly her hair like that.
Yes, so it was a bit of like that era of like edge, you know, of like, I'm gonna wear my, you know. And so I just feel like that's
yeah. Sorry, I was a punker. I know what I'm talking about. Yeah, and I totally get it. Yeah, because for myself, they will take me back to that time in my 20s. The time between 18 to 23, when I was actually discovering who the heck Bobbi was before I got married, before I did this, before I started trying to pretend I was perfect.
I remember that. I did the same thing.
I remember trying to be perfect. Yeah, oh my God. Oh, what a way to break your own spine. Holy snap, trying to be perfect. What is perfect? Anyway, yeah. So I think that it takes Pamela back to possibly a time when she was just Pamela. Not anyone's mom, not any expectation, not any of the career stuff. Yeah, it's really, you don't even know that's such a great time in your life. 19 to 23. You have no bloody clue until you're 43. And you go, time in my life. Julie says hi. Hi, Julie. Julie Sharma, lovely young lady. Okie dokie. Now we have a question from Corinne. Corinne. Ah, thank you. I suck.
Corey. We can call her Corey.
Our special little friend. Do you have a message for me? That's ambiguity. But Sue's already in.
There's something about trying to move Earth here.
Yeah.
Blocks of Earth. No.
Oh, she even says Corey. Yeah. No, it's different.
Is that a different person?
No. It's different than the blocks of Earth. Sorry.
Oh, yeah. No.
It's like you and I are looking out a window and trying to figure out what the hell we're looking at.
Yeah.
Side by side.
It's like they immediately show me these big huge blocks of earth, and okay guys, am I got this right? Yeah. They're saying I'm gonna let them talk for a second here because I can't, they're talking so fast I can't interpret. Is that okay if I just let them go for a minute? We are here. We've not gone far. We are on standby, sitting at this table of light, and we are so honored to be part of this beautiful, dynamic, expanding conversation. We want you to know before we begin, old friends, that you are all on the leading edge. You do not need to sit at the edge of your seat to be on the leading edge, for you are on the leading edge of this conversation, and it is a leading edge conversation. And so we are wanting each of you and all of you to perhaps give yourself a little bit of a pat on the back, on the shoulder, perhaps a little bit of an embrace might be nice, because you are precisely where you intended to be here on this day of days. And so on to the one who is looking for a little bit of direction, a little bit of clarity, a little bit of perspective. We want you to understand this, old friend. You do not need to move all of the earth to find your way to heaven. And you do not need to go under the dirt on the earth to find your way to heaven. You see, we are us. We are the united souls of heaven and earth, and we come forth at this time to let each and all know that you are the one you have been waiting for. You are a being of light, being human. You are an emanation of the all that is all, that is all, that is all. And there is no other who is as uniquely qualified to be you as you. There is no other who is part of this divine blueprint of you but you. And so we want you to know that you do not need to get down and get onto the grinding stone and to try to grind your way to the heavenly fields that you want to participate in. And most certainly, friends, we say it again, you do not need to turn to dust to find the promises of heaven. What are the promises of heaven? To find the kind of love that allows you to move without constriction and restriction, to move into the coherence of creation itself. And we want to invite you, old friend, to step aside from trying to move the dirt and trying to form the way. You are the way. And we say to you, a little more beingness and a little less doingness will allow you to find your way to the way of you.
Oh,
indeed. I'm back.
That made perfect sense. And I will actually, if it's all right with you, Corey, I am going to reinterpret it for you, just because I think sometimes when you're not used to listening to the us, you can get caught up in the indeeds and the realize with real eyes. Do you know you say that? Yeah.
I've heard them say it. I've heard
Okay.
them.
I love that one. Realize with real eyes. Yeah. Anywho, yeah, okie dokie. Yeah, because they told her pretty much to put her hands by her side to be in being. And I held back the second comment she wrote because for me, as soon as I read the first comment, I read the second comment, and then I started getting ideas more about the second comment only because this is the second comment. Are you time shifting? Now, Corey, I should look and see if you have said anything more about that time shifting, but I am wondering if you are experiencing time shifts. And there's a time where, yeah, like I'm pretty darn sure I didn't have last week, but I know I did, if that makes sense. My husband and I actually even had a discussion this morning whether or not Easter was last weekend or 2 weekends ago. We could not believe it was 2. It was a really weird feeling. It really bugged me. Anyway, when I was little and they used to come to me, they would put me in a different time or a different speed of time.
Okay.
Because there is no time. Because there is no time, and time is actually an illusion of this place. Yes. Our souls do not experience time. Our minds do.
Right.
Because our minds are of here. So it makes sense to me after reading, are you time shifting from Corey, that quite possibly she is in the middle of it. She is in the eye of the storm right now. And if you're in the eye of it, you don't want to reach out because you might hit a farmhouse or a cow. Because I have actually been seeing right now as there's a hurricane all around us and we're in the of it.
Yeah.
So that there's no activity. And I actually think she might want to just observe, like, just like what they said, like a deprivation tank, something where she's just being, because she might be actually experiencing a cellular change within herself.
Okay.
Which is not something I would usually say, but it is something that I am seeing. So I hope that makes sense. Yeah.
Brilliant. Wow.
Yeah. It was, yeah. If you are still with us, Corey, and you heard that, can you clarify the time thing for me, please? Because with clarification, I might actually be able to give you a better sense of things, if that makes sense. I say that so often, if that makes sense. They're going to put it on my tombstone if I had one. Which I...
Well, yeah, okay.
I'm not going to be Jim Morrison. You're not going to be able to find my remains. I'm going to be like Elizabeth's mom. Why can't I get her name? Why aren't you there? Why isn't the name there? Anne Boleyn. Yeah. No one knows where she is. They think they know, but they don't know. Anyway, okay. Now this young lady, Laura Lee, says, my guides told me, okay, and yeah, my guides told me I can communicate across dimensional fields. How can I do this? Where should I start? Okay, so I say to people all the time, I move my mind between realms, which to me is the same thing. Communicate across dimensions, just different wording of the same idea. Would you agree? Or
yes.
And how can I do this? We don't know.
What do you want, Laura Lee?
Well, we look like scientists. No, we know you can do this. If that's the question, am I able? Yeah, because we're doing it right now.
Yeah. Laura Lee, you drop into your heart field. Mm-hmm. That's your time travel vehicle. That's your dimensional vehicle is your heart. And maybe that's for everybody. I just hear them saying it. I literally see you like getting into this, like going downstairs, getting in my heart, my little heart vessel, my little heart vehicle.
Like she's got a suit. Little onesie that she zips up.
A little beanie, a little like
she gotta get a onesie.
A onesie and like a little like one of those half helmets. And I
saw the headband with the hearts on the springs. Sorry, I'll tell you that.
Definitely. But that's it. So yeah. Laura Lee, I know that I can hear the guides, but you're such a loving being that to move out of the intellect is actually very natural for you to go into that beautiful play space, that beautiful loving space. That's the space. That's the space. So that's all you need to do. And again, that's a place of being, not doing, right? Because we think we have to do something to get there. But really, it's less doing, isn't it, Bobbi? Like it's
Oh,
less doing.
absolutely. It's a
Yeah.
shift of the eyeballs
Yeah.
because it's only perspective. Yeah.
Yes.
And to lead with your chest rather than your mind is actually the evolution we're supposed to be moving into. Because it's what used to be, because your mind is so dumb. It's
Well, it really
crazy dumb.
is.
In
Yeah.
comparison to your body and your soul, your mind is the one drooling into the cup in the corner. So leading with the body, because your body tells you so much. And I totally see this is why working with children works, because they lead with this, not with this, because they're told they don't have this in that
That's
same
right.
way. But it's, yeah, well, she says, where should I start? Okay, full disclosure, I teach Laura Lee meditation and psychic development, and I gotta tell you, I already started.
Yeah.
You totally already started. And I honestly, and when this was said with all love, Laura Lee, I think we just had this conversation before we came on. You might be looking for your moment. Yeah, good luck, Chuck. That's what I just heard.
There's no burning bush.
There is no, whoa! It's more like, oh, is that true? Holy crap, that hurts. Yeah, it's like that. Yeah, actually, is that true, Dad? That's what I say.
Honestly, I was sitting here the other day and with, our beautiful love elemental counterpart here and having a moment of that awareness of the guide said, okay, you've made it. You're everything you've wanted. You're here. You're at the apex. This is it. And she looked at me and said,
huh?
This is it? This is it? Where's the where's the glory? Where's the balloons? Where's it? And I was giggling, right? I was like, this is it. Like it's not filled with glory, and it's not that. It's not any of that. It's real, and it's raw, and it's messy, and it's hard, and it's beautiful, and it's magical, and it's kind of scary. Like it's all those things, isn't it?
Yeah, it's 360. Really, because we live more than 180. We live almost the full, almost, because we acknowledge the spiritual, but we don't acknowledge that it's within us.
Yeah.
If you're looking for God, look in the mirror, open up your shirt and say, God, are you my sternum? Because that might be it. Yeah, it's all within us. And yeah, if you're looking for the woo-ah moment, play with them.
Yeah.
My ooh-ah moments are more, now I'm getting ooh-ah. I'm all, there's a drag queen that does that. Ooh-ah moments. I love that. But yeah, name me a drag queen I don't love. Anyway, that ooh-ah moment can come with, my biggest one was when I said to my guides, okie dokie, I asked them a question, if this is yes, show me 3 sets of Christmas lights. And they did. And I said, oh my God, that's so amazing. Because it was like this time of year. I said, okay, should we do more? Boom, boom. I was like, those are the moments.
Right, Bobbi, that's so true.
Say to your dead relative, okie dokie, let me know you're here, ring a bell, do something. And they might not do it right that second. It's not like the movies, because your time and their time are different, but they will do it. Like my dad still finds pennies, and that's, wow. So they're little. It's like being a parent. Everything's being a parent for me right now. But yeah, no one thinks it's such an amazing thing when your child finally actually picks something up and shoves it in their own mouth. But that's enormous. That's a massive milestone. And when they do it, you wish you had the camera. You phone your husband and say, oh my God, you picked it up, put it in your mouth. Holy same thing. The spirit guides are like, oh my God, she looked up when we went, so she heard us.
Yeah, so true.
And they're high-fiving. So yeah, help them. Help them, help you, help them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, tingles. Thanks, Sue. There you go.
Ooh, tingles.
Put that up there
tingles.
for you.
Yay, tingles.
Tingle. Don't tell her husband.
Thanks.
Or maybe
Tingles.
Maybe that's what he's into. Okie dokie. And okay. Corey has I'm gonna finish with Orly and then I want to go back to Corey with because I think she's absolutely I actually think I was right on it. Essentially stop overthinking or thinking with my mind. Stop judging yourself. Stop judging what you think it will feel like. Stop judging what you think it'll be like. And everybody has different psychic abilities that move to it. Just know you got them. You know you got them.
Yeah. Absolutely.
My brain just, how many times I have to tell you?
Absolutely. Yeah, and I to what you're saying, one of the I studied with a shaman and she used to remind me of the great mystery box, and that, there is such a thing as the mystery box, and so we have to honor that. We don't know everything, how it's going to evolve, how it's going to unfold. There's mystery to.
This is my way of advertising my book.
What is that, Bobbi? What is that picture? Why don't you tell us about that?
That's the cover of my book, Sue. My novel, Samantha's Folly. Just finished the sequel. It's with my editor.
I'm excited about that.
Me too. The mystery box. Okay, yeah, because actually where my brain goes, there's certain things our minds cannot possibly fathom.
That's right.
Right. And that is a bit the mystery box. And my brain actually went to Pandora's box a little bit too when you said that, which is
maybe, but the mystery box. So let the guides will say, so many times this has happened, that we've been channeling and the guides will say, we're not going to tell you how everything is going to go, for example, because we want to see you uncover your own gifts. We don't want to spoil Christmas. We don't want to spoil your big days. We don't want to, because we have gifts all along, right? We open. So they love to watch us sort of follow the breadcrumbs or look for the Christmas lights. And then that reinforces for our own sense of like, okay, maybe I am a little more locked in, maybe, right? And then it just reinforces, we get stronger and stronger and stronger at it.
Yeah, they actually they showed me degrees. Yeah. It's like when celebrities get honorary degrees. They didn't earn that. They don't have that. They're not an engineer. For goodness sakes. So if you don't earn it, then you don't have it. Even if you pretend to have it, you don't have what it is.
Right.
So yeah, absolutely. And we're sitting here in a big ball of high school. This whole thing is a learning center.
That's right.
If you think that you have to actually answer all the questions, then you're not learning anymore. Sorry.
So true.
Sometimes the things that come out of you, I'm like, oh, that was good. I wish that was me.
I wish I could take credit for that one.
I was so great like that. I'm not. Just the string between two cups. Okie dokie. So, Corey, I think you're welcome. We love you too.
Love to you, Lauralee.
As though time is speeding by fast into a new era or dimension. So it was what I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I know I've told this story 100 times, and I probably told this story to you, Sue, when I was a little girl. Did I already tell it earlier tonight?
I don't know. Tell us.
Okay. I was doing readings all the way up to when we went live. So I'm really, I'm going to be fun. I'm going to dinner tonight with my sister who's like, wouldn't believe in us if it weren't for me. So tonight's going to be so much fun. Anyway,
so fun. What so
fun. Love playing with her head. I love her. Anyway. Yeah, both my sisters are like antithesis to other sides of me in certain kind of ways.
Interesting.
Yeah. Anywho, yeah, when I was a little girl, and my family knew about this, when the dead would come, it would be when I was coloring or I was alone or I was doing anything where I was quiet, and they would, and they'd yell and they'd scream, and I would go to members of my family because, well, my brain is exploding right now, and I would look at them and I would hear like my sister say, "It's happening again," and I'd be like, "Whoa," because I would be experiencing time different. They would either be too slow or too fast. And to me, it was almost like I was, when I was little and when I was younger, I thought they were separating me from everyone. They were trying to encapsulate me so they could have at me, but I don't think that anymore. I actually think that I would be pulled through the veils and there was only time here and I'd be on the other side of the veil. because I was 5. Of course I go through veils. I was 5. I thought, I thought I fully, well, I do believe in Santa Claus still, so that's not a good example.
Yeah, I do too, actually.
So anyway, so I would experience time differently. So when people talk about time, and when I talk about Gnosticism and stuff like that, that whole what was created by Yahweh, it was the imprisonment of time. So
Okay.
if we are going through a global enlightenment, and Corey, a person who's not actually having that same conversation with us, but bringing that in from another place, that just tickles me so pink.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. What though? What if? Because they tell me they're going to make it unmistakable. What if they do actually change? They screw up time for people. People lose their minds. They don't know what to do.
Well, and I mean, I think it's already happening, because I hear people all the time, but they attribute it to age. They attribute it, there's all these reasons to that you can try and, this is why it's speeding up. But I think more mainstream, more people are really getting a sense of the wobbliness of time.
Yeah.
There's distortion to time. Like you said, was Easter a week ago? Was it 2 weeks ago? I can't believe. I feel like it was just 5 minutes ago. Yeah.
Oh, I've been experiencing so much of that. It's absolutely insane. Yeah. And I'm missing deadlines. Like I I can say this now because it's all better now, but I did a fair in Campbell River, which is 40 minutes away from where I live. And my car insurance was lapsed on the 10th. It lapsed the day before.
Oops.
I know, look at me laughing. But yeah, it's little things like that I've been like, what? The April 10th happened already? What the?
Yes.
And I looked at the day and went, it's what? It's the 17th. Felt like I had woken up. It was really weird. Really, really weird. So yeah, I agree. Okay, we got a couple new people who joined in.
Yay.
We have Jeremy, who stumbled across us. So that's pretty awesome. Hello, Jeremy. Welcome. You actually may be representing men right now. May or may not. If there's any other men out there, you let me know you're there, because I don't think you are. Anyway, we have Amanda. Amanda has a question. A new information question. That's interesting. Has there been any more information given on the golden ratio protocol? Are you familiar with the golden ratio protocol?
I am. This is something that came up in a reading that we did, and okay, wait, I have to go. I have a foot in both worlds. I have to go back in my memory. No, Amanda, there hasn't been. And I can't even remember the details of this right now. I will tell you something, that we did a channeling. I don't remember the details, but what has come up, and pretty miraculously and consistently, is this whole idea of a golden spiral. Now, golden spiral, what does that mean?
Fibonacci spiral.
Well, yes. And so right? But the guides brought in something about a golden ratio protocol. And then since that time, I went to see a woman her name is Cheryl Arts, and she's a local healer. She does alchemical healing. And I hadn't spoken to her about this golden spiral that the guides kept showing me and referencing. And during this healing, she referenced and saw the golden spiral, and then talked about she'd been to Egypt, and she had been to one of the temples and saw these golden spirals, and then said, so I have to send you a picture, because she had these pyramids that she was putting into the water. She had been guided by her guides to do these small pyramids, to leave them at this site. And she said she had the sun coming at her, and took a picture. She couldn't really see what she was taking a picture of. Anyways, it captured this friggin' golden spiral. So whenever the guides start talking about something, and then I start to see it in my reality more and more and more, there's something to it, but it hasn't completely unfolded yet. I haven't been completely shown it all yet. So, but what I'll tell you, Amanda, is as soon as we get more information on the golden ratio protocol, I'm going to share it either in a video, or we'll put something on, or we'll put it on the website, or we'll email people who are part of the Love Elemental community, but we'll somehow, or maybe we'll come and bring it back on a live or something, but we'll get this information out as it comes, as the guides bring it to us. So that's what I can say. That's what I can share.
Okie dokie. When you even talk about it, I actually see them getting smaller when they're closer to the earth and larger as they go up towards the sky. And I actually see them floating above the pyramids. Is that an actuality, or is that just they're putting them there so I can see them?
I don't know. I wonder.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay. It's interesting though, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. And I have to say, I am as much a student every day as I am just a student to this learning.
We'd be dead if we weren't.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, because we're still in our meat suits, so we're not quite as brilliant. And Amanda also says that her questions on Facebook weren't getting to us. Well, that's just really weird.
Oh.
Okay. Well, we are so sorry that you're yeah.
Sorry about that. Thank you for letting
I was
us
wondering
know.
where you were, but I was wondering where you were.
I was thinking that too. I was wondering.
Yeah. See, we think about you.
Absolutely.
I was bestowed. It was bestowed upon me and yourself a day or less apart. The golden spiral. Like you heard it.
Yes,
and then
I remember some of the details. Yes, I do remember
okay.
some of the details. I'm sorry, I have to let my kitty out. I do remember some of the details, but I'm nothing. I have nothing right now. I have no more to, like, I don't remember enough to blah, blah, blah.
I actually hear you're not supposed to yet.
Well, and I was gonna say that, and I thought, well, that's might sound a bit dismissive.
At the moment, you guys are on need to know, and I can say that because I'm completely ignorant
to the
of
whole
this subject.
Yes.
Yes. And our new young man actually has a comment or question. I don't know much about this stuff. But I have had precognitive dreams throughout my life, so I can believe you all. Yeah, because you have them in your dreams because your mind's asleep, and then they can get the unconscious information into. It's actually one of the things my book is about.
Shameless.
Yes, shameless. And I do apologize, Jeremy. It was just so perfect. Because that's what the book's about. But yeah. Okay. And I know people who receive almost all their information through dreams. And I think it's actually part of the brain mechanism-y sort of thing. And with you, Jeremy, you actually might be a little top heavy. Meaning when I call someone top heavy, it means they're smart. It means that because the smarter you are, the harder it is to take it in my opinion, because you need evidence. You're intellectualized. You know how to use your brain in this way. So fanciful ideas you can easily explain away, and that is why you get it in your dreams. So you cannot explain it away. I really, really, really feel like you need a pad and a pen next on your bedside table, and just, I don't know if you're married, it kind of looks like you would wake someone else up when you wake up, and if you turned on a light or something like that, so write it in the dark, or even have but yeah, that, because they're important, and they're important to you, and they're important actually having to do with something that you do for a living. Anyway, what do you want to say to that young man? And let's assume he's younger than us.
Back in the day, I love having experience in life, because then you can go back in the day. There was Polaroid,
back in the olden days.
Polaroid camera, right? The Polaroid where you would take it and it would go, right?
They made a resurgence.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, I bought my daughter one when she graduated from university.
Oh, so they're back.
That's
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway. So they're showing me that, Jeremy, because I get sort of shown things like in metaphors or whatever, but they're showing me that because you get drop-ins of you get intuitive packets of information dropped in is what's happening. Yeah. You get boink, 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 boink. It's almost like a steady drip. Right. And so so the importance of the having the little bedside is so that you can be in the space of receiving without the they're saying interrogation. It seems like a heavy word, but without the interrogation of what you're receiving, right? It's not like we don't need to judge that. We just need to sort of allow it and observe. And so we're so conditioned to, get an inspiration or whatever and judge it or dismiss it or whatever. But no, really, you're actually really very intuitive. And so sort of just allow those packets to come in is what I want to say. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you completely. And I'm honestly just to look at evidential things, you have the word music in your name. So I'm assuming you're a musician, and musicians are mathematicians. That's the way the brain works. When I was in theater, all the musicians next to us, they would help us with math homework because they could do math. Yeah, and it used to blow my mind because I had an idea of what musicians were like. That's rude. Okay, Carrie has also said that she's put questions on Facebook and we have not seen them. What the heck? Isn't that weird? I don't know how to fix that.
I will have to consult with our
IT team to find out why that is. That's so weird.
Sorry, everyone. It's sorry about that.
So sorry, Carrie. Yeah. Okay. Can you send a question on this one too? Okie dokie. Yes. Amanda said we're amazing. I think because we were both like, "Where are you, Amanda? You cute little thing." I'm going to take Jeremy down so he's just not displayed for everyone. Okie dokie, and literally shaking and getting the confirmation chills. Thanks for yeah. Okie dokie. I commented about feeling alone on this journey on the Facebook, and we didn't even see it. Oh my God, that did not help. That did not help. I had said I felt a lot less alone since connecting with the United Souls. Oh yeah. I can totally see that. And any of you that have connected with the United Souls with Sue, do you see stuff too? And what do you see? Because I see things, and I want to know if anybody else sees the things I see. I don't even want to say them because I don't want to press it out there. But there are certain creatures in our purview ideas that I see connected with the United Souls, and I'm seeing them more and more. I actually saw one during a reading today. So, and I'm going to have to full disclosure it, aren't I? After saying all that. Yeah. Dragons.
Oh, the dragons. I love the dragons.
Oh, every time we convene with the United Souls, I see these dragons around, and I do every now and again have visuals of a red and blue dragon, and I hearken it back to the myth in ancient Chinese myth. I just dislike that word. That's such a dismissive word. The story within the ancient Chinese with the blue dragon and the red dragon. And when COVID happened, I saw blue and red fighting each other all the time. There's something about blue and red, and we do everything with blue and red. So today in a reading, I saw a red dragon, which shows like, oh, that's weird, because they look like serpent dragons. That's what they remind me of. They have the long things here.
The things,
very, very, very long. And they they are so trying to make me feel that dragons exist. They're really doing that to me, which I'm sure possibly maybe in another realm, but yeah.
You know what, Bobbi? I many years ago, I was taught to, on your birthday, you ask for, so I'm talking like ask, universal ask. You ask for any gifts, any, spiritual gifts, and you ask for a dragon, your new dragon. So for years, because I'm a Sag and I love magic, I would ask for my dragon. Last year, I think it was it was for sure last year. I live right on a Great Lake. So basically the property line, I look out and it's just all water. So we had a little portable hot tub we set up. And so it was very dark. It's very quiet. There's no city lights, there's no light pollution. And I'm see this thing, and of course it's dark, right? But your eyes have adjusted to the stars and stuff, and I see a dragon, and it is so clear to me that it is like the dragon sort of you're describing didn't have this, but it was a black dragon, and it had a bit of shimmer to it, and it was like flying above. And I thought, if I say anything, then this could be the actual final straw where people are like, Sue stepped off. She's seen dragons, right? But I thought, you know what? I'm in this car, might as well. Right? And anyways, I said to the person who I was with, I just saw, I can't believe I'm saying this, but I saw a dragon. And then a couple minutes later, it came around again. And subsequent to that, I can't believe how many people have said, I work with dragon. I've seen dragons. It's like this whole, people are like,
just in our comments. Oh my God, I work with dragon and their energy. I don't see them, but I definitely feel their fierce energy.
Oh my God. See, there you go, right?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Isn't that incredible? So no,
it's so incredible. Yeah. Okay.
So it's a thing.
Okay. I'm going to stop telling myself that you're crazy, Bobbi.
What? Because the same thing.
Yeah, well, because you can't tell me Sasquatch doesn't exist. I've even argued with my husband, who's a faller, who spends all his time in the woods, because he says if Sasquatch exists, I'd see him. And I said, like, he's going to say hi to you and your chainsaw. I don't think so.
No.
He's like, and I'm rocking away. Anyway, yeah, okay. Now we have a follow-up from Jeremy, which is awesome. One time I was getting waken at 333.
There you go, 444. Yeah, I was.
Pay attention, Jeremy, or they're going to punch you in the face.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, not much in history. Yeah, I totally get it. I totally get it, because you're either on the story side of the world or you're on the number side of the world.
Yeah,
but both are languages. And here
absolutely.
Absolutely.
And we, I have I don't have it here, but even like I have a, it was called a power mat, I think it was. And it was like about this big a sticker, and it was completely based in sacred geometry. A mathematician created it, and there were these power pads, and you could put them, we used to put them under our pillows. We would put them under our beds. Yeah. Power pads. And now I'm thinking, with the advent of like AI and technology and stuff, probably what they can put together now would be even more evolved. But this is probably like 15 years ago. But I think, because I'm not mathematically oriented necessarily, I just think that people who are, I always think of the sacred geometry, and I think of like how mathematics is the foundation of our experience, right?
Everything. It is the one universal language. And it's sacred geometry is the shapes of everything in the universe. I wish I understood that better. And then I actually am pulled towards numerology and I Ching with Jeremy as well.
Yes.
Which again are top heavy people modalities, in my opinion.
Yes, absolutely.
Smart people do numerology. Smart people do I Ching. Because the smartest person I ever knew did numerology and I Ching. So I'm a little biased in that way. But yeah, I agree. I so agree. Oh, I'm so excited for you, Jeremy. And I'm so glad you found us.
Yeah, those 333444, Jeremy, you may or may not know this, but these are all code sequences that, a lot of people will say they've seen 1111. And what it is it's literally coded into our reality, because we are in a planetary awakening. So it's like an alarm clock. And so 333, if you wanted to Google, numerology 333-444. There's lots of neat stuff out there that will tell you, like, for example, when I see 111, I know that, like, I always just say to myself, monitor your thoughts, Sue, like, just be aware. There's certain little things, but I think that it's coded in. It's just helping us all to.
Yeah, I simply say thank you. But I actually see a little something for you, Jeremy. I think you might want to look at how sound affects the human soul and body and things like that, like Hertz energy. I actually think you understand it without having to look into it. I think that your music moves people, and I think you've been told that, and it's because you understand where certain sounds should come in and how they should rump and rump and rump. To use technical terms, not top heavy. So I see a lot of Hertz and really, really cool. Yeah. Because it reminds me of when you make the music, I think Jeremy could make the music.
Right?
That makes sense. Yeah, because
Yes.
yeah, they show me, when they have the water on the speaker and they show how sound moves.
Yes. Yeah.
That's what I see with Jeremy. It's like that. Yeah, I think you're even better than you think you are, just so you know. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, now we have another one. It's another ambiguous, with all love I'm saying that, Christine. Hi, ladies, any messages for me? They're always so huge. Yeah. There you go.
I can hear the guys. They're being funny. Did anybody ever watch Third Rock from the Sun?
Yeah.
They would say,
Oh,
"You're gorgeous."
I'll be your friend. Yeah.
No, I can hear them saying, "You're gorgeous. You're just gorgeous."
I just heard doesn't mean it's not true.
Do you want me to go? Do you want me to talk?
Yeah.
Let them talk,
Yeah.
Christine?
I think I'm supposed to let you go first. Yep.
Okay. All right. We are here. We are eager to jump on board, and we will pause for a moment and allow this girl to get herself ready. She is not quite prepared here. Okay. We are here. We are here. We are here. We are here, beloved friends of us. We have not gone far. And to the one who is wandering into wonder with us, for the one who is unsure, unclear what matters are mattering on their matter meter, we are not chastising, but we want to encourage you to find your way to the way of you. And what is the way of you? It is when you walk and you feel clarity with each step. When you look around and you see, looking back upon you, that which you want to see, you see. We see you by times looking through the thorny thickets of life, feeling as though you are stuck in the poison molasses, feeling as though the corridors of life are filled with others' contempt. And we say to this, when you stand or sit or rest or play, it matters not to us. But when you be in your own creative corridor, what does that mean? When you begin to realize, old friend, that you are the one you have been waiting for. You do not need to look this way and that to the others to tell you you've got it all right. And you do most certainly not even need us to tell you you've got it all right. And yet we're going to tell you just the same. You've got it all right. You do not need to believe you to be a less than version of you. We say to you, you are not the only one, old friend, that by times puts their own head into the paper bag to look at all of the problems, all of the compromises that fell short, all of the indecision and all of the difficulty and all of the conversations and all of the consternation and all of the get the head out of the bag and take a breath. Shall we together? Heads out of bags, old friends. Put the paper bags aside. Put it into the waste receptacle. You do not need to look into it anymore. find the you that you are looking for. Look into the light of your own eyes. Begin in the space of love. For that space of love, that space of breath of creation, of the all that is all that is all, that is yours. That is your birthright. That is yours to have, to hold, to create, to mold. You have not been forgotten, and you have not been forsaken. And if we could remind that beautiful mind of yours of but one thing, and if you will leave here and you will only recall but one thing, let it be this: you are so dearly loved by us. You are love, and you are loved. Indeed. Hmm. Hello.
I was going to say, how are you now? That's actually what came to my head.
How are you now?
Is going in and out more difficult than staying in for long periods of time?
It used to be. It really used to be. Yeah, but I think I've just gotten used to it from doing it for so long. But yeah, like when I first started doing, say, live events, bigger shows, because you're like, they would bring a universal message in. Almost always I would go into channel and they would give a message, and it would be a universal message, but invariably people would come up and say, gosh, that message was for me, or that resonated with me, or whatever. But then we would do the questions. And I mean, I remember in the early days, we would do questions for, we'd have like 25 or 30 people, and we'd go until like 11 o'clock, 11:30 at night. It was just like, and they weren't, because the us don't do like rapid fire 2-second, they don't just say yes and no. It's a whole,
no, they do not. No,
the whole vibrational alignment thing. Right. So,
I hate to ask them what they want for dinner.
Yeah.
Well, now I gotta go to the grocery store and buy everything because I'm totally confused. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. It's just so neat. Okay. Well, I'm gonna be less fun. I'm gonna say, okay, what I keep seeing for Chris, I keep seeing her doing the same thing over and over again. It might be why I'm seeing the same thing over and over again, because I was trying to stay out of your way mentally, if you know what I mean.
Yep.
I keep seeing it. Like, this. I know this makes no sense. It reminds me of when someone's weaving a carpet, like a loom. It's like you're doing something, you keep bringing it into your belly. Like you keep going into your belly in my head. And I keep thinking, why are you hitting yourself as you're doing this? It almost is like you're trying to coordinate something. And in that, you keep hitting yourself here in your solar plexus chakra, in your power. And what you're doing looks like it is constantly the same thing. It even reminds me, actually, this is a better example. Back in the olden days, when they used to have that cloth thing in the bathrooms and public washrooms.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was this big roll of towel, and you pull it down. You can dry yourself on that part. We decided, what? We hate trees. Let's do paper. Anyway.
Sorry.
That's anyway. That's what I'm seeing, that you keep pulling, because if you think about that, it's the same thing over and over. You could lock someone in a bathroom and they could pull that over and over and over and over again, and it would just restart itself. It wouldn't. You have to have someone bring in a new one. But anyway, you know what I mean. That's what I keep seeing. I keep seeing you whacking it into yourself as well. Like every time you do it, you make yourself a little less powerful, or you punch yourself in the power, or there's something about your personal power with this thing that you're doing. And I know that's super duper ambiguous, but it's the best I got. That's actually what my brain just said. I know that's ambiguous, but it's the best I got. But that's funny too. I'm not gonna say that though. But you know of where I speak more than I know where I speak. That's how I'm supposed to put it to you. Sometimes they'll do ambiguous too, just to protect people, because that one was full names here. So that's what I think, at least. I believe, at least. We have a confirmation from Jeremy.
Lovely, lovely.
Yes, been playing music all my life. It's music and technology. Oh, duh. Two main loves, to be honest. Yeah.
Perfect.
Duh. Yeah.
Perfect. Perfect.
By the way, Jeremy, you're really easy to read. So if you're married and she seems to know everything about you, it's because you display it. I'll bet you I'm super easy to read, though, too. Like, I very rarely have sidekicks that are like, I don't know what to do with you. And then I go, now you do, right? Yeah. Okay, so Carrie, my question, Carrie asked a question on Facebook, so she may have been waiting too long, and I apologize, Carrie.
Oh,
Yeah, look at
sorry.
what the heck that happened there. Yeah, so sorry about that. My question was regarding if I should let my daughter start using her mediumship, which I think you must have said it out loud. She means mediumship, with other people besides my close friends. I get an immediate answer. Immediate answer. And actually, as I'm saying, I have immediate answer. They are reiterating that answer over and over again. And honestly, I agree with the answer, but I'm so glad that you're yelling it in my head because it would be my assertion a little bit as well. Just because if you're dealing with dead folks, you're dealing with people. And then you're dealing with all the other stuff. And some bad people can come through. I have spoken to pedophiles. They let me know they've hurt a child. Like that, they have no choice. Like it's like a scarlet letter. But still, yeah. And that's not just because she's a child pedophile, blah, 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 but it's a brain thing. Yeah. Because they're not higher beings. And I say that with love. They're us. So I do hear no. And that's only right now until older because it's protection for her own brain. And it might not be she's mediumship. She might actually be starting there because that's what she knows and can see and knows that. And we could encapsulate her if we do that. We could make it so that it pushes on here and she's, I am this, I am only this. This is what I do. Rather than I am this. Wow, what the heck else am I capable of? My brain hasn't even stopped developing. So I honestly would try to keep her from using it so much for others, but keep for herself until she's 24 is actually what I hear. And that's a long way. That's another decade. So do you feel or
100% I agree with that. I think that it is I'm going to just say this. I'm not a medium per se, but the journey of being a channel and becoming a channel and a trans channel and getting to the place where I'm reading people other than myself and my close friends, because that was the evolution. How do I say this? The channeling part, the reading part, I always say is a little bit like the icing on the cake, because in order to do that well, life is going to require you to do a whole bunch of other things.
Yeah.
And that, how do I say it? It's the awakening journey for those of us that have chosen this path. And those of us that maybe haven't chosen the path, but have been nudged onto the path. But I always say it's not for the faint of heart, not because it's something to be frightened of, but it's certainly something there's a degree of wisdom that comes with it in order to do right. It's not just about you have to have wisdom. So I feel like the age that you're saying is a beautiful age, because there needs to be more experience getting to understand thyself first, and rather than I'm going to go read other people. That can run a person into the guy just keeps saying incoherence, and I wouldn't want that to happen, and I wouldn't want the foundation to become not firm under her feet. Like I want her to have really good foundation.
Yeah, and they have actually a different suggestion. They actually suggest that you put her into start yoga or another discipline of some sort so that she can start making her body mind connection. Give her the base stuff that so many of us start to do when we're in our 30s or 50s when we're trying to figure this out, because it's all part of the same thing. I went in going into being a yogi and then got pretty much bullied into becoming into opening up my mediumship, because I was not into that idea at all, because I done so much stuff to try to shut it up because it was terrifying. But yeah, they get her to do all the base stuff, and it's either yoga or martial arts or something. And I have both of those under my belt, so that might be why they use those two as examples. There could be something else, could be drum circles, sound things, but there's other sort of avenues. So we're not no, we are building more. We're putting the tree trunk in. Yeah, we're putting the center on the tree trunk, not just the bark. Yeah,
that's right. Yeah,
and we love her. Well, you haven't met her yet, but she's.
But I love her anyways. I just it's
because she's not a human being walking the planet.
Yes. Thank you for that question.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to jump in and say the guides want me to say this. For years, I was not allowed to read anybody about myself. For years.
Really?
Was not allowed to do it. When I did automatic writing, they wouldn't let me do it. I had to do it for myself, and because it was a journey of self before it became a journey of others.
Because the thing you do too is, and please excuse the terminology, a little wild and crazy. Like, it's neat. Like when people, I'm sure if people just pop on and see you in the middle of talking to the us, they're like, and what the fuck am I watching?
Sorry. Where did I land today?
Yeah, I'm sure the people are like, what's going on here?
Let me get some holy water.
Sorry, I had such a good time with holy water. Okie dokie. Now this is very exciting, and it's 5:30. I have to meet my family for dinner at 6.
Okay.
So it's not that far away, but I'm just saying that now so that I have that out there for folks when they want to ask questions or something like that. But this, I absolutely have to, and this is everyone will go, okay, I understand, Bobbi. Hi, Melissa in New Zealand. What? So cool.
Hey, Melissa in New Zealand.
All you gotta do is say, I'm in New Zealand. And we're like, do you watch Brokenwood? Do you watch the Block NZ? Sorry, I watch New Zealand programming. So.
That's amazing.
New Zealand. The difference between New Zealand and, please, Melissa, if you were still on with us, let me know, please, because I always think that Australians are Americans and New Zealanders are Canadians. That's the way I see the two country differences. It reminds, like, from watching The Block, actually. And Melissa might know what The Block is. I bet you nobody else is like, what the hell is The Block? Anyway, it's a home improvement show. It's a competition show. Anyway, it's a great show. Okie dokie. So, do you want to start from Melissa, or would you like me to start from?
I would love for you to start. I feel like they got the red carpet out for you.
Yeah, I think a little bit is because she uses the terminology spirit guides. Because I actually thought I made that up. At one point, when I first started seeing spirit guides, because I went into I went into readings just thinking I was a medium and only talking to dead people, and then I started seeing these other people. And went, who are you people? And they said we're the guides, we're the spirit guides, and I was like, oh, have I made up a new terminology? I have not. Anywho, so I believe very strongly everyone has spirit guides. You have your own little team. And you and they are trying to complete a spiritual contract here. Like, this is what we plan to do, and this is what we're going to do. So that everything that you do, actually, it's not just you. You're affecting a whole group of other souls as well in not doing it. That makes the stakes so much higher. And I'm supposed to say to Melissa, and you know what I mean. There's something about pumpkins. I don't know what the heck that means, but there's something about pumpkins. And I don't know if they're calling you pumpkin, but there's something about pumpkins. I'm not sure what the heck pumpkins mean. I have seen pumpkins before and not being able to identify pumpkins. So I have to look at my relationship with pumpkins. The only thing I can really think of with pumpkins is October. And October, to me, is the end of the year. It's the time where the reckoning comes and we're going into the new you. Because when I see the new you, I actually think that people go for a nice little sleep, a little dormant time. And yeah. It's actually like you're coming to the end of something and going into a dormant time, and they want you to pay attention. And I don't know if you are actually Aborigine or if you have a link or you live next to something that is very holy. There's some sort of land thing. It doesn't make any sense to me. What? Yeah, and now I hear the haka. Well, I don't. Well, yeah, no, I see it more than I hear it because it's such a visual thing, and I hope I said it right. It's the warrior chant that the rugby players, the All Blacks, do, and I'm seeing that. So yeah, it's like a call to action. It's interesting too because, is they're showing it like New Zealand, and the way of life of New Zealanders is actually a burgeoning culture.
The Maori here.
It is coming up to the Maori. That's it. To the top of the pile in some sort of way. And there might be something within the teachings that we need to know because actually, okay, I'll say it this way: the indigenous shall inherit the earth.
Mm-hmm.
Our indigenous people and our indigenous teachings is how we're supposed to live on this ball. This is how we're supposed to be existing here as human beings. Everything is right there for us. Our medicine cabinets are in our backyards. There's stuff like that going on. So whatever it is that you are doing, they want you to do more of it, but also they want you to recognize too. They're showing you cleaning off your own eyeballs. So there's something about you they want you to recognize. And I don't know if you're going to be working with the indigenous folk of your country or if you are part of the indigenous folk, but I see it so next to you, so adjacent to you, so right the heck there. Like it's like your next door neighbor in some sort of way. Like it's unmistakable. And this thing almost looks like an underground, like the Hobbit houses. No, that's funny because they made Lord of the Rings in New Zealand. Do any of those little houses exist still where the roof looks like grass and I see a doorway? That's what I keep seeing over and over again. And I'm uncertain of why or what. And when I am uncertain, I just tell you what I see because it might not be for me. Well, nothing is it for me. That's not to say nothing is for me, but it feels like that sometimes. The messages are not for me. They're for you to understand and for me to convey. So, it's so very strong. And I don't know if I explained it well enough because the vision is getting stronger and stronger in my head. Yes, it looks like a bunker. It looks like an underground bunker. Or let's say, hygge gardening, hygge, where you bury logs and then you bury dirt and then you plant on top of that and you let that all just constantly, it feeds itself.
Okay.
Maori. Okay, she just said, "Oh, okay, I believe my dear friend Travis." Oh, I see. Okay, okie dokie. I can actually even answer that one right away for you. That's okay. I'm glad I was drawn towards that. Travis might be an okay. Sorry, I think Travis might have been funny. Sorry. Okay, so if you had Travis still here, would you accept all the advice that Travis was giving you about your life? Or would you say, oh, Travis, just go away? Because actually, I just heard that. I think Travis is trying to guide you. I think you're listening and hearing Travis, but he has not come to the status of spirit guide. I actually think you're convening with the dead, which is just as wonderful. But Travis is intact. Travis would not be Travis if Travis was your guide. I'm supposed to say it like that too, which sounds rude and nasty and a little bit too harsh in my opinion. But I actually am supposed to say I'm not the one talking to you. It actually, and I'm not going to do an accent because they've tried to make me do accents before, and then they make fun of me in my own head. So I'm not doing that. I have been pulled down that road before. So, I think that Travis loves you. Mm-hmm. I think Travis has tremendous love for you. I think you can feel him very strongly. I would not tell you that it's not him at all. I would never tell you that. Okie dokie. Okay, she's helping us out here too. Thank you. Mini Maori friends. Yeah. Okay, that's Mini Maori. Is that okay? Interesting. See, I'm so ignorant. I don't know. Okie dokie. And by ignorant, I mean I do not know. Maori and I have a thing called hangle. Oh, hangi. They cook underground with without, oh,
There
wow.
you go. Nice, nice,
Yes,
nice.
Travis. Yeah. Wow. I'm impressed with Travis. I totally understand why you see Travis as a spirit guide and actually guiding light within your life and part of your spectrum, because your spirit guides are ancient and old, and they've been with you since you were an embryo, since even
Mm.
before you, because you're part of a big group that way. You were just the unlucky one who had to become a human being. But Travis is different. And was Travis different on this plane? Because it seems as though Travis was either a philosopher. Did he write? Please tell me he wrote. God, I hope he wrote. There's something. Oh, if he didn't write, then he might want to write through you. Sue, do you get anything?
Over and over and over. Like, it's so funny. I just keep getting this cycle. It's on repeat, which is, do we know if there are, I'm going to call them hieroglyphs because I think they might be a different term, but like a hieroglyph in New Zealand, because all I keep seeing is hieroglyphs, and the rock looks more red. It looks very reddish to me. And the guides told me many, 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 many years ago that hieroglyphs were the original light language. And so I feel like I want to say to Melissa that I don't know anything about light language. I see people, whatever, but she has the ability to speak out light language. She's they're calling you an ancient, they're saying an ancient earth artisan. An ancient earth artisan. It's like you drew pictures in the walls, and that's why I'm saying hieroglyphs. It's ancient. And so that's the main message that I got from Melissa.
Yeah, could you even see that as possible ancient messages? Because the way, okay, I actually even think within the things we are saying, there might be some clues and stuff with things that he has said to you that he is trying to get us to say to validate things he has said to you. He is hurting the dickens out of me in my crown chakra right now. He's wearing a white t-shirt and jeans too. And it's really like, you're right. He really wants to get a hold of you. He really wants to tell you things. I actually kind of, I don't know if he had a life's work or if he had something he was supposed to do. I don't know if he actually did these things or if he knows he was supposed to, yeah. And it was cut short, not by him, but I don't know if it appears that it was by him. And yeah, oh, he's a very, I don't want to call him an invasive soul because that sounds rude, but he's calling himself that. Like he wants you to know, no, it's him. I am not to take that in any sort of way and make it anything else. I think he punched me in the face. I think he just said to me, I would punch you. But okay. So I see it like, these are your angels. These are your spirit guides. This is Travis. It's like, there's Travis. It's crazy. But you know what? You could, if someone were to read me and say that, they could say, okay, here's your spirit guides. Here's your angels. There's your dad. That's what they would say, because I have booped him up there. I use him. I let him help me. If you let Travis help you, you will raise him. And it could even be that you hear spirit guide because Travis is paying his duties to be a spirit guide. Because I actually think it's a higher form of soul. We actually move towards becoming a spirit guide. So he might even be asking you to help him help you. Because I know when I use my dad, I help my dad on the other side. I know that.
Yeah.
Okay, I hope that helps. Okie dokie. Over here. Wow, that cool. Oh, okay. So yeah, redstone. Woo, woo, woo.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah, we need like a little thing that goes off when something like
a little thing.
You guys work on that. Make a little
sound effects.
Wouldn't that be groovy sound effect?
That would be super cool.
Interaction.
It would.
Yeah.
It really would.
Oh, he was a lifeguard. Interesting.
Okay. Oh, beautiful.
And he had a car accident. Okay, that makes sense because I don't think it was his fault. He was taken. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wonderful.
Oh.
I'm so happy, Melissa. Okay. Jeremy has a question. I'm actually, my brain says last question because oh gosh, it's 5:42. Holy
Yeah.
cow.
You
Okay.
gotta get for your supper. Get your
Absolutely
supper.
sitting and having a menu in my hand at 6. Oh, it's okay. I can't eat anyway. There's only just one salad I can get. Do I have a spirit guide? Yes, everyone has a set of spirit guides as far as I am concerned and as far as I know. And I actually find that the names are very, very, that's a silly thing to say, but I'll say it anyways. Me telling you your spirit guide's name is like me telling you what you should name your child, but that's crazy. That's under the idea that we don't name our children. We discover the name of our children.
Yes.
Huh. That makes sense. So my name is really Bobby. That's not fair. I gotta stop being bitter over that. Do you have a different? And okay, yeah, and okay, that's so funny because Travis is our dream feller. And I meet my guides. My first few actually in my dreams. Because in your dreams you can't say you're not a guide, you're a this. And now as I've gotten more and more into this, I actually will meet them during meditation or meet them during salt bath or meet them that way. Yeah.
Wow, incredible. So I just have to say the first, and I know it's the United Souls being funny, but they jumped in and said, well, us.
Yeah.
But I just keep seeing, and I know I just keep seeing Viwamus, Vyamus, Vyamus, Viwamus. I keep seeing that name. I want the United Souls want to talk to him.
Okay.
I know we gotta. Okay, guys, Bobby's got to get to her salad.
My cowboy salad.
Cowboys.
That's actually the name.
We should do a live one day about what psychics can eat.
Yeah, we really
should. It would be very short. It would be a very short conversation.
Yeah, I have promised that video so many times and not.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. We are here. We are here, we are here, we are here once more, not gone far, on standby, waiting for everyone to jump on their own magic carpets. We say to you, get aboard, climb on, have a little bit of fun. Begin to soar, old friends, and to you, the one who has come before us now, and you stand in all of your regalia. We want you to know that you are an ancient son. You are one that has worn many, many robes. And indeed, as you come forth in this time, space, time, you have come to recalibrate the harmonic of this planet. You have not come to be a bystander. You have come to weave in the brand new currents of life. And with that, we invite you to know that you have assigned upon you those and them who are the heavenly hosts on nigh, the choirs, all part of your picture. And so you are able, old friend, to turn your dial and to receive all of the frequencies. You are a little bit like a radio station, a radio box, and you can tune in to all of the different frequencies. And so we want you to know that if it be your will, we have not ever done this before, but we will do it on this day because you found your way, and it was not by happenstance, and it was not by accident that you found your way to this day, to this breath, to this moment, to this shared experience. And so we're going to offer unto you a little bit of us, if it be your will. We will say to you this technology is our technology, and we call it etheric technology. We like that quite a bit. And what does that mean? It means that we are offering onto you what we call the heart packet. What does this mean? It means we are offering onto you a little bit of the frequency. You understand that language quite a bit. Yes, we are offering onto you the frequency of us. And so we are looking to harmonize with your frequency. We will never override your frequency. Oh no, for sovereignty is the name of this game. But we want you to know, if it be your will and on the breath, we will union, frequency to frequency. And with that, old friend, if it be your will, we will be part of your picture, part of your glory story. And with that, you might say that the us is part of me, and I am now part of us. Indeed. We will, if it be your will, speak to you more and more. If you find us around the corners, around the blocks, around the town, we will link up arms and hearts once more. But for you, the time is now for you to remember your glory story, old friend. Indeed. Okay, that felt nice. I'm not sure what happened, but I like that one.
Yeah, and I hope that helped, Jeremy. I think it helped. I think it did. Yeah, around the corner, around the town. Sorry. Every now it's interesting how the accent changes, because I actually think different people get in charge a little
They
bit.
do.
The accent slightly. Yeah, I think it's really neat. Like, ooh, this one this time. Yeah.
Different like expressions of them come in. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, I could. Yeah. My 13 spirit guides, so I kind of get that. Yeah. Yeah. That's a lot.
Wow.
Okay. Well, I have to be a poopy head and just run like hell.
You go. That's not being a poopy head. Thank you for your time, and thank you for this wonderful night. And I've had a blast.
Yes, thank you for joining us. And Sue will be back. I don't have it right in front of me which day you're going to be back, but we're going to do 5 this year. Are we doing 5?
Yeah, we're going to do 5. We've got 5 planned. So
5 planned for 2026, and there'll be more.
There will be more.
Yeah, we got to collaborate on a video soon. Actually, that's what we got to do. Okay. Okay.
All right. So thank you everyone for joining in. Sorry about the glitch with Facebook, but
weird. So weird that people couldn't get in on Facebook. So sorry. If you were on Facebook and you wrote a question and we didn't answer it, we didn't see it. It's not that we don't like you. We didn't see it. That's the way it is. I'm sorry. Yeah, we do love you. Yeah, that's how you knew we were here, because you felt our love. Yeah.
All right.
All right. Thank you so much.
So much love.
All right. So much love. Thank you so much, everyone. If you would like to get a hold of Sue, go to loveelemental.com.
Yes, loveelemental.com. We're on Facebook, Love Elemental, Instagram, Love Elemental, YouTube, Love Elemental. And find us any one of those spots in the neighborhood.
It's around the town and around the corner. Sorry, you said it during your thing. And I'm Bobbi Rowntree, born medium. You know that. I always say it like, I'm Bobbi Rowntree, born medium. It's like I'm Ted Baxter, and this is the news.
This is the news.
Old I am by saying I'm Ted Baxter. Who knows who Ted Baxter is? Yeah. Anyway. All right. Thank you, everyone who came. I am so appreciative of you. I'm so glad we got some new folks today, and the old folks too, because I love the old folks. They're the trunk of the tree. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you. We will be back.
So much love.
Good night. So much love.